Let's go. Bring the baby out here. Back up. Bring him out here. Bring it out here. Bring it out here. Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, it's always a great sign. It's the moment that you go in the house, she's already screeching, crying, and yelling. It's like, you know, all right, this is gonna be fucked. They're living with the dead baby corpse. That's right. The Twitch streamers, of course.
Go. Get down here. Hey.
Naturally.
Hey, firm.
Yes. She's crashing out. She is. Yeah, drag her ass out.
Jesus.
They getting her out? Oh, that's one guy right there. Did my audio go out? Oh, never mind. Okay, we're good. I didn't know if it was my computer.
She's been a fucking just.
So they're already pissed. Come out here. That's right.
Dispatch, you can close that one out.
Oh, there she is.
David, dispatch. We're gonna need a boss out here ASAP.
Jesus.
Cover.
Oh. Body cams have to mute sensitive info? Yeah, it makes sense. Jesus.
That's a month.
Wait, you said a month?
Stay back.
Holy shit.
They know we're not okay.
It's a crackhead cat girl. The baby's... Wait, bro, look at the highlight. Baby's been dead for a month. Oh my god.
What happened?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, stay right there.
Yeah.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit.
Place.
I've seen it all in this house.
Who?
John.
Who's John?
Why is she still wearing the cat ears? This is what the fuck?
Dad, he's the man that lives in Xena. She's Mexican.
Oh my god.
Out of here.
She was probably streaming. She was live.
Out of here.
I already said that to him.
So I'll be right back, guys. They've got to get the dead baby out of my house.
I've been trying to get away from his abuse. And
Yeah.
save him, and half the time he's like,
Oh, she's the victim. She's the victim.
Did you see Sierra?
Yes,
Yeah.
You did? No, look now. Look.
Oh, they're making a look at it. Good.
That's your fault.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
He had control of my first people. I just got control of them
Take
back.
your mother 2 kids. I'll take
I've
that.
been-
Fire truck.
There's two more in there.
There's 2 more in there.
There's... Wait, so she had the other kids living in there with the dead baby. See, like, one thing that's crazy to me about this is that, like, I know what it's like to live with dead animals. That shit smells really fucking bad. Like, god damn. I don't know how you stand that. Oh.
We're underway.
Fucking disgusting.
Baby's been dead for about a month, it looks like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shut up, yeah. What the fuck?
Photograph the puppy for it.
What the fuck?
Just 33. I'm going to the
What
neighbors.
the fuck?
Go down there right now.
Anybody else inside?
Yeah.
There's 2 more kids in there.
No, yeah.
This way.
Jesus
Watch her.
Christ. Watch her? Yeah, I fucking bet. Oh my god.
It's been a week.
I'll get your shoes. I'll get your shoes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I thought it came out as 2 years.
Okay, come on outside, girls.
Inside the house, the officers found an unresponsive 2-year-old boy, and by mere observation, the officers discovered the boy had clearly been gone for a long time. You can hear the shock in the officers' voices as they process the scene, and the fact that the first responders visited the resident often says a whole lot. Officers continue to process the scene as they report and make contact with the child's parents.
Hold up, man. I'm just, hold on till the boss gets here. Let's just sit tight. Sit tight.
Just to get him out of he's yeah, that's far back. They're pretty far on him.
Oh man.
Just wait till the boss. If you guys are pretty.
Yeah, just wait for the. Yeah. God damn.
You good if I put the dogs in the room?
Yeah. As long as there's nobody in there.
Jesus Christ.
Let's go. Bring it up.
Last time you saw this child was yesterday.
He was really thin.
Make sure there's nobody in there.
So she's lying even to the officers right then.
Get the dogs in there and then get her back out.
He was really thin. Oh my God.
What, and two, can you find out where the kid was at and keep the dogs out of that area?
Oh, Jesus. Bro, imagine having to be a fucking cop. Jesus Christ. So the dogs don't eat the dead baby. Oh, man.
She's in the fucking house screaming, dude. It's like a fucking horror house. There's 2 other kids in there. This kid's
It's a horror house?
emaciated. Looks like it's been dead for weeks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tiny little child. She's in there just fucking inconsolable. He's got her in the back of my car right now.
The female?
The female, yeah. She's got 2 other kids here. FD had them over here. But, dude.
You got to keep this in mind that, like, this is one of the reasons why I've always been, like, a pretty big supporter of the police. Is that, yeah, I mean, obviously there's bad police officers and things like that happen. But, like, if you've got a deal, like, I mean, they're basically used as a Swiss Army knife for every single problem. You know, so whether it's, like, child abuse, a robber, or a drug dealer, these guys have to go in and deal with it. Like, they see the worst of the worst. Like, this is nuts, man. This is crazy. This is the way most police officers are. Like, I feel like I've talked to some police officers. All of them have had, like, really bad stories like this. It's crazy. That's why I find it to be especially disgusting whenever you have, like, all this negativity and hostility leveraged at police officers, like it's some kind of supremacy or something like that. No, this is what a lot of them have to deal with on a regular basis.
It's terrible. Chang went back with her to take the 2 dogs that are running loose out here back in. There's nobody else in the house. She's out here. We got nobody there. The kids, SD had them somewhere over here. The 2 kids.
Are they transported?
The kids still on the porch here.
Yeah, at least there's 2 left, right?
This kid has been gone at least a week.
Okay.
God damn.
So I told them they wanted to move it. You know, we brought the other kids out. They wanted to move it. I told them leave everything as it is.
All right.
So
Jesus Christ.
They brought the kid out from one of these back bedrooms here. I'm going to assume the one.
So she actually, I mean, because look at her. She's all dressed up. So she could have been live at this very moment whenever the police showed up. Oh, my God.
Could have been it. They brought her out. And
with the cat ears? Yeah.
How in the world would you keep a deceased child in the house with other children for a week?
You're just mentally ill. You're fucking psycho. Like, it's pretty fucking simple, honestly. Like, they're just... Once you take away people like this as humanity and you think about what would an animal do, a lot of these things make sense. But you can't look at people like this like people. You can't apply a normal human being's rational decision-making skills to a person like this. You'll be totally fucking confused, and you'll always get it wrong.
What level of disregard to human life is this? It's quite saddening.
Yes.
The officer proceeded to the parents, and they had different things to say as to the last time they saw the child.
No, I think that really a person like this that does it, like, this person is not really, like, all there in the head. Like, I'm sorry to say, but, like, if you have a dead, decomposing baby in your house with your 2 other kids, you're fucking nuts. You're nuts. There's something wrong with your brain. And so, really, well, I'm just saying, right? I mean, people say, "Oh, you're dehumanizing people like this." Absolutely, I am. 100% Yeah. What do you think?
We were gonna feed him, and we were gonna feed him since, and then I went back to work, and I said, "We're leaving here." And I've been grinding and grinding. I finally got us a car, which he's controlling it. He's using it right now.
Where's the child? Where's the dad? Where's Dad at?
He's avoiding coming back, and I think he
What's his name?
He knew?
I think he knew this morning when he left that Satan was gone. And
What? When's the last time that you knew of that Satan was alive?
yesterday.
Yesterday. When?
She lying. This lying ass sucking sight. Oh my
How
God.
do you know?
Before I went to stream,
Yeah.
I made sure he was eating a bun.
Jesus.
Bad, but my God. Yeah.
Sometimes you feel bad, but
Not
damn.
anymore. Not anymore, guys.
Yeah, true. Not anymore.
I gotta assume this is gonna be the end of this one.
Hopefully. Either lying or totally disconnected from reality. Probably both.
Right now is this morning.
What's his name?
Jonathan G.
Sit with her. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put some stuff here.
March 17th just starts out. Jonathan G.
Yep.
Can I just grab the phone where it has the proof, please?
We'll grab it for in a little bit, okay?
He's gonna
Okay, it's not like we don't believe you, okay? You just gotta give us some time, okay?
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna bring him back.
No shit.
It's already hard enough to want to live. They were my only motivation to get us out of here. And now
What do you
my
mean?
baby's
What do you mean? What do you mean? There's nothing that's gonna bring them back? What do you mean by that?
my baby. I tried.
Jesus.
Now it's breathing. He's one of those
It's like a cyberpunk character? Yeah.
Why is it like that? Why is it like that? He looks like he choked it through. I'm thinking,
Oh, because he's blue.
wasn't that
Yeah, of course.
color.
Yeah, sure.
He had to have known even when I called him and I said he's f***ing cold. There's no way you didn't know.
How'd they let it get that bad? That's what's crazy about it. It's nuts.
His mom's driving.
She's on drugs? Oh, I wonder. I wonder if she's on drugs, guys.
Why can I not escape?
Ooh.
I'll never be able to give them the life I imagined. I wanted to get him
Seen this video, they'll
out of the
explain?
yard,
Okay.
away from
All right.
him, away from thing one, which was also narcissistic and abusive, which is my oldest dad.
The child's mother, Sierra Zaitona, starts to cry and blame everything on Jonathan. Her emotion is loud, but her explanations don't line up. But
So it's probably not all Jonathan. Okay.
here comes Jonathan, the father of the child, who is lacking in both emotions and explanation.
Hey, hold on. Who are you?
Oh, jeez.
Okay, the father? Okay. Okay, do you live here too? Yes, I do.
I wouldn't say
You got your
that.
ID on you?
Yeah, I'd be like, bro, I live somewhere else.
Did she call you or something? Yeah. What? When's the last time you seen, is that your son? Yeah. When's the last time you seen him? This morning? Okay. How was he this morning?
So they're both lying.
Fine? Okay. What time did you see him this morning, roughly? About 12 a.m.? p.m.? p.m.? Okay. What was he doing at that time? Sleeping? And, where?
Why would he ask him these questions? Like, they're just getting him to make up a bunch of bullshit.
What room
Yeah.
specifically was he sleeping in?
The first bedroom right here.
This bedroom right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you pick up the baby at all, or what was your interactions with the baby?
Uh-huh.
Rubbed his back, he moved a little, got readjusted.
Nothing out of the ordinary for you, though? Okay. You remember what
They
he was wearing?
100% know.
Just
100%.
diapers? Okay. And about what time did you leave here?
About 2:30.
2:30? 2:30 p.m.?
No worries. See, I told y'all this is a 2% shit. I tell y'all this over and over and over. People don't want to admit it, but it is true. And if you watch enough of these videos, you're going to be in the same position that I am. And you know, this is the way these people are. Like there's a subset of people that are like this. That's it.
Where'd you go from there?
I went straight over to my dad's house and we were going to renting her car.
Okay.
We were going to do it before the snowstorm, but
Okay.
didn't have enough time.
Okay.
Yep.
And you live here? Okay. How long have you two been living here?
About 3 years.
About 3 years?
Oh.
Okay. Any medical history?
Jump underway.
Did the baby wake up at all or cry today while you were home?
We tried this morning. Yeah.
Cry this morning when you were here? Okay.
I was supposed to go to an orientation for work, but it sucked.
Okay. Who else lives here with you?
Just me, Sierra,
That's Sierra right here?
yeah, Damian, she's mine, her old.
And she just going
How
crazy.
many other kids do you guys have?
Yeah, that's just what we're going to babysit her oldest.
Babysit her oldest?
Yeah.
This the oldest live here also?
Just only a few times. Just maybe a few times.
So it's just you, Sierra?
He doesn't give a
And-
fuck? Yeah.
How many kids do you have with her? Two. What's you told my partner what the name of the two were?
And then we babysit her oldest. Jacob.
So it's very obvious, like, so it's his kid that's in there.
Was everything okay with Zayden?
Is everything okay? Jesus Christ.
We'll still.
Oh my God. Yeah.
95 both or? Okay.
Both our car.
In one car?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yours
the
and
kids,
mine.
the kids out of your car?
They're in
Okay.
14. No, they're in 14.
I'll take this.
Again, the father claimed he saw the child that morning and he looked fine.
He lying.
That would have been believable, but the cause of the child's death totally nullifies this.
What?
The medical examiners eventually confirmed the cause of death. It's starvation. The parents
They starved the kid. What the fuck? God damn.
starved their own child to death. Prosecutors said it was one of the worst cases of neglect they'd ever seen. And back to the question, how can a starved child look just fine in the morning, only to die just a few hours later?
Maybe they were lying.
Apparently, there is more to their story.
Yeah, probably
And
lying.
eventually, the inevitable came.
Can I just have you put your hands behind your back, okay?
Here we go.
Interlace your fingers. Yep. Anything in your pockets that you know about? Nothing that's going to cut us, poke us?
Yeah.
Okay. No drugs
You're
or anything
done.
in your pockets? He said no? Okay. I got it.
Uh-oh. What was the plan there? Just ignore it forever? One thing that you have to understand with people like this is that they don't ever think about, they don't have plans. People like this don't make plans. They just simply live about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes ahead of where they're currently at. That's the only level that they operate on. They never go above that, beyond that, past that, or anything like this. So they don't. There's not a plan because it doesn't exist. Do you think that he'll be jailed longer than her? Well, I don't know what happened, right?
Reporting in.
Prison.
The NPCs, yeah, basically, right? Yeah, they don't make plans, bro.
I'll give it to you.
That's not how it works.
Go this way. Yep.
She was sentenced to 24 to 50 years in prison. Sounds about right. Yep. There you go.
Getting your chest against the car.
Got him.
It's wrong with me now. I should have killed you.
Real quick.
Oh, God. Right. Okay, so now it begins to make sense. Of course. Did she get banned on Twitch? I wonder. You're done? Yeah.
Have a seat.
Miss, what's your name again? Zero.
Jesus. Jesus.
Turn and face your house. Put your hands behind your back.
Gotta catch them all. Does she still have the cat ears on? Yeah, she does. I'm pretty sure. Of course. Yep. Naturally. It's a 2-week
I'll put her
ban.
in mind, Chang.
At least. Maybe a month.
Come on.
Is she crying so she's caught? Oh, 100%. 100%, bro. Like, the thing is that people like this are just, they're nutballs, bro. Like, whenever you get that, everything else makes sense. Yeah, was she actually a streamer? I mean, she said she was a streamer. She dressed up like a streamer. She said she was streaming. I would say that she was a streamer.
Civilian structure.
If it's wrong to admit now, I should have killed you a long time ago when you first beat me.
We're done. We're done.
We're done. Shut the fuck up.
Yep. This is my son. I wish
Okay.
he was the one dead.
You got a bra on, I see?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna search my body cameras now, okay?
This is fine. He was dead. He deserves to be dead.
Deserves to be dead? What the fuck? Still trying to blame the man? Of course.
Have a seat.
How can I be of service?
Step out this way.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, now they gotta talk to him. Here we go.
Stand right here.
That's what she said, yeah. Both are at fault? Yeah, I mean, 100%. You think they didn't know? Like, you think he didn't know there's a dead baby in the house? What do you mean? Of course.
Okay. Okay. Well,
No, to see their interrogation rooms? Yeah.
On his warrants. You got 2 warrants out of us.
Okay, well, we can book them later.
Okay.
Wait. What a minute. One second.
I'm not going to book them right now.
Well, we're gonna book one of his warrants. You got 2 warrants out of us.
He's got 2 warrants already. See, this is what I'm telling you guys.
Where do you need me? A sound plan. Just a short detour while we clear a path.
Again and again and again and again. This is always the case. It's not always, okay? But it's just almost always the case.
Okay, well, we can book them later.
Okay.
Repeat offenders, that's right.
Okay. That works. Place your hands on the counter for you. They just called?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
To be fair, those warrants aren't probably for killing your child. Yes, that's correct. But if he had been put in jail, like he probably should have already been in jail, then he wouldn't have been in the position to get the kid to let the kid die in the first place. That's the thing, is that if you let people like this run wild, they're going to create all kinds of negative effects all around them. So every moment, every day, week, hour, whatever you want to say, year they're out, they're going to cause even more negative effects. So the sooner that you figure out that somebody is a Neveron and you put them in the box, then the problems go away. They stop happening, right? Now, it doesn't undo existing problems, but it prevents the new ones from happening. You put them in the box. The kid was cooked with or without him? I mean, maybe the girl probably had warrants too.
Was that like some?
Maybe she wouldn't have done it with him not there. Who knows?
Okay, that works.
Yep.
Do me a favor. Can I take off your piercings? You don't want the piercings, right? Just the clothing. So what we're gonna have you do? You're gonna take off all your clothing. We're gonna give you sort of white jumpsuit.
Oh. Oh.
Okay. Can I take off your hoodie, please? Set it down right here.
Jesus.
Okay.
What's the solution to this? You can't solve all of it.
Take off your shoes.
There's no way you can't solve everything.
You need to take off the belt as well.
While Jonathan kept a straight face, no emotions, no remorse.
Of course.
Quite the opposite for the mother who wouldn't stop crying in the police lobby.
Ugh. Nasty.
Let's not
Crocodile
do that, okay?
tears? Yeah. A little bit, I would say. Just a little bit.
I need my baby! He's really crying.
She's acting? Oh, probably, yeah. I mean, I would, bro, if the moment that I walked in there, I would just be like, yeah, this bitch is crazy. She's gonna be saying whatever the fuck. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Is that what she's saying? Doesn't even make sense.
Everything I thought I was gonna see, I'm not gonna see.
I bet not. Is she crying because she knows she's going to prison? That's a fact. Yep. Acting crazy is crazy for real? I think it's probably a bit of both, right? That's what I would say. Maybe a little bit of both.
In the end, Jonathan was sentenced to 24 to 50 years on a charge of second-degree murder.
Got him.
86 months to 10 years on a second-degree child abuse
Got
charge.
him.
Sierra Zaitona was also sentenced to 24 to 50 years for second-degree murder and 43 months to 10 years for second-degree child abuse.
Fucking got him. That's what you get.
How was life?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be real, like, this kind of crazy shit that happens, all this, like, I'm really not that surprised. Like, people, the thing is, you can be shocked by this, but you really shouldn't be. The people and the people that act like this and are like this is just always the way it is. This is always the way these people are. They're fucking animals, bro. They are animals. And it's crazy to see, like, so, like, can you imagine that? Somebody's going and streaming. They're streaming, and they're like, yeah, guys, give me a minute. I've got to go get arrested by the police for having a dead baby in my house. Like, holy fuck. Yeah, it's nuts. Justice served? Absolutely. Police officers now have to deal with the death of that child? Yeah, they got to, like, get the body out of there. Holy fuck. It's just kill their ass? I mean, I think you can put people like this on, like, mandatory work, right? That'd be it. Do you think that's long enough? Because they said the guys deciding about the mugshot should be jailed forever. I mean, I don't really... The thing is that... you maybe let somebody out after like 50 years, right? I mean, at that point, does it really fucking matter? So, yeah, I don't think it's really a big deal. They said one or two of the kids died. Only one kid died. There was only one kid that died. And, yeah. We need a clause in the law says you forfeit your rights to human being when you abuse a child because only a monster could do that. I mean, again, like, I think that one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they misplace empathy on people that are just awful like this. They're awful and crazy, too. And, yeah, it's nuts. Let's see here. It should be a local vote as to whether types of criminals into the compost or farms or not. 95% yes passes the motion. If 95% of people do that. Fact knows the baby or toddler is hungry, they either cry or let out a no. The amount of crying the poor baby did and how much suffering you went through, I can't begin to fathom it. Well, the thing is that, yeah, I mean, obviously any of these people, like, that's why they got put in jail forever, right? I mean, mistakes happen and kids do die. I mean, it happens. Like, and sometimes it's not the parents' fault or something like that, but in a lot of the cases it fucking is. So this is one of those cases. That's what I would say. And yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I don't think masses will ever adapt to how society is. People don't talk about that. The reality is this is all really new in the grand scheme of the lifeline of humanity. Well, I don't know about that. I bet people did weird stuff like this probably 500 years ago. I bet they did weird stuff like this 5,000 years ago. It's not that something like this is like there's not a lack of humanity with this. I think that the problem is that there's an abundance of it. I think the truth is that this is actually the way that a lot of people have acted for a long time. And I think that really, like, nowadays, like, you don't really ever have to see that kind of stuff or deal with it at all. And because of that, you think that it's not real. But it, in fact, is real. And there's a fucking example of it right there. So, yeah, if she was really distraught with what happened to her baby, she wouldn't be streaming. I mean, obviously, right? I mean, among, like, 50 other things, of course. So, yeah. And a good side of digital media is making people aware this happens. Yeah, this is why I love the body cam stuff. I do. I think it's great. And since this was a Twitch streamer, I figured I would show you guys what it was because I didn't know what was going on.
This is
Power Hour with Gabriella Power.
Hello and welcome to Power Hour. I'm Gabriella Power. Thank you for joining us. Ilhan Omar has opened up about the massive fraud scandal in Minnesota where hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars that was supposed to be going to feeding hungry children was actually funding lavish lifestyles, being sent overseas to Somalia, and even reportedly ending up in the hands of terrorists. And as we spoke about last week, most of the people involved in this huge fraud scandal are from Minnesota's Somali community. But according to Ilhan Omar, Somalis are the real victims in all of this.
Of the 87 people charged, all but 8 are of Somali descent. And that has added to the spotlight being put specifically on your community. Why do you think this fraud was allowed to get so widespread?
Well, I want to say, this also has an impact on Somalis because we are also taxpayers in Minnesota. We also could have benefited from the program and the money that was stolen. And so it's been really frustrating.
And what does Ilhan Omar have to say about the allegations that American taxpayer dollars were being funneled to a foreign terrorist organization?
We're underway.
House Republicans and the Treasury Secretary just now talked about a link to terrorism, a possible link. He said they're just now beginning to look into it. How confident are you that that's a false claim?
I'm pretty confident at the moment because there are people who have been prosecuted and who have been sentenced. If there was a linkage in that the money that they had stolen going to terrorism, then that is a failure of the FBI and our court system in not figuring that out and basically charging them with these charges.
I mean, she's giggling and just laughing it off. Why is she laughing? There are right now serious questions about how much Ilhan Omar knew about this fraud scandal in her district. Ilhan Omar introduced the bill that led to $250 million in fraud, but she says she was unaware of any wrongdoing. The New York Post is reporting that Ilhan Omar partied at one of the key restaurants named in the fraud case. This is the Safari restaurant. Its co-owner, Salim Ahmed Said, was found guilty in August of stealing over $12 million for claiming to serve thousands of meals during COVID, but instead of feeding hungry children, he was actually pocketing millions of dollars. And according to prosecutors, he blew much of that money on a $2 million mansion and on a $9,000 a month shopping spree. And as taxpayers were being scammed during COVID, Ilhan Omar appeared at that restaurant to praise the program. Another person, Gahad Hashi Said, who worked on Ilhan Omar's campaigns, pleaded guilty earlier this year to claiming to serve 5,000 meals a day, but instead was pocketing more than $3 million. And how close were they? Well, they attended events together. Here they are smiling for selfies to put up on Facebook. And now the White House is warning that this Somali-linked fraud scandal in Minnesota that took place under Governor Tim Walz's watch is likely far worse than we think. Homeland Security Advisor Stephen Miller says that this may just be the tip of the iceberg.
Based on what we have found so far, we believe that the Somali fraud operation in Minnesota is the single greatest theft of taxpayer dollars through welfare fraud in American history. We believe that we have only scratched the very top of the surface of how deep this goes. And you're familiar with all the scams with pretending that children have autism who are not in fact autistic, with pretending to enroll people in food programs when in fact nobody was ever enrolled, and engaging in massive fraud, lying, and theft and grift on a scale we've never seen before in American history. The total bill, the total tab for this is going to be far beyond the numbers we've already seen reported. We believe the state government is fully complicit in this scheme, and we believe that what we are going to uncover is going to shock the American people.
Stephen Miller also noted that 75% of the Somali population in Minnesota is on welfare. And while Ilhan Omar wants Minnesota's Somali community to play the victim, it's worth noting that her net worth has skyrocketed since she's been in Congress, despite denying claims that she is in fact a millionaire earlier this year. Her latest financial disclosure shows that she had a reported net worth of up to $30 million. Her and her husband experienced a roughly 3,500% increase in net worth last year compared to 2023. Wow. And finally, what does Ilhan Omar make of the Trump administration's concerns around mass migration and the expectation that migrants assimilate and adopt American values? Well, she suggests that Stephen Miller is a Nazi.
What do you make of this argument of failure to assimilate and sort of ruining America? How do you understand this?
I mean, when I think about Stephen Miller and his white supremacist rhetoric, it reminds me of the way the Nazis described Jewish people in Germany.
Civilian structure complete.
If you're a homeowner in America, you need to listen to this. The FBI has been warning about a type of real estate fraud on the rise called title theft, and your equity is the target. Here's how it works. Criminals forge your signature on a single document, use a fake notary stamp and file it with the county. And just like that, on record, they own your home. Using your ownership, they can take out loans against your equity or even sell your property, and you won't know about it until foreclosure or collection notices show up in the mail. That's why I've partnered with Home Title Lock so you can protect your equity and find out today if you're already a victim. Use my promo code POWER at HomeTitleLock.com. You'll get a free title history report and a free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring of your title records, urgent alerts to any changes, and if fraud occurs, their US-based restoration team will spend up to $1 million to fix it. Don't be a victim. Protect your equity today. That's HomeTitleLock.com, promo code POWER, or use the link below. Joining us now is Hillary Fordwich, President and founder of Strellmark. Hillary, it's great to see you again. Let's start with Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar and her comments in that interview on CBS Face the Nation, where she compared Stephen Miller, who's Jewish, to Nazis in Germany. And also in that interview, she suggested that the Somalians in Minnesota, the Somalis, they are the victims in this massive fraud scandal where hundreds of millions of dollars that were supposed to be going to hungry children was actually funding lavish lifestyles and going overseas. And of course, the majority of people charged as part of that fraud scandal were part of the Somali community in Minnesota. A massive scandal, Hillary. Can I get your assessment of Ilhan Omar's reaction to this scandal and how this fraud case, how something this widespread was able to happen under Tim Walz's watch?
Yes, so pleasure to be back with you, Gabriella. I would say this is massive deflection. She's demonstrating ignorance at her best because, of course, he is Jewish. And I think it's, first of all, it's a slur. It's a slur on anybody, but it doesn't show that she either doesn't know her history or she's just using this as, like I said, a ghastly way to deflect. And what's most important, I think, about this is regardless of whether she actually was involved, and of course, there's a lot of speculation, Gabriella, that she was on the take. She obviously has made money from this, many people say. However, that isn't proven yet, so I shan't go there. What I will say, definitely there's lax oversight. And you're right, with regard to her connection with Walz, how close they are, that this shows that leadership is not in control of the taxpayers' money in a responsible way. So it is a lose-lose-lose situation for her.
Jasmine Crockett is jumping into the Texas Senate race. Jasmine Crockett filed to run for the US Senate from Texas in 2026, according to a list posted by the state Democratic Party. And Hillary, she's already proposed abolishing taxes for Black people. Listen to this.
Just this past week, I saw, I don't remember which celebrity, but it was actually a celebrity. And I was like, I don't know that that's not necessarily a bad idea, but I'd have to think through it a lot. One of the things that they propose is Black folk not have to pay taxes for a certain amount of time, because then again, that puts money back in your pocket. But at the same time, it may not be as objectionable to some people about actually giving out dollars. But obviously then you start dealing with the different tax brackets and things like that. And that's one of the reasons that, you know, we argue the reparations make sense, because so many black folk, not only do you owe for the labor that was stolen and killed and all the other things, right? But the fact is, like, we end up being so far behind, right? And so it's like, how do you bring forth people? Exactly. And so it's like, if you do the no tax thing for people that are already, say, struggling and aren't really paying taxes in the first place, it doesn't really exactly.
Hillary, can I get your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, she's demonstrating her ignorance with regard to anything constitutionally possible, because, of course, this is mandating by race, which is unconstitutional. So she doesn't know the Constitution. Secondly, it's a Senate race, which is statewide in Texas. So I don't think this is going to go down very well. And last but not least, she is definitely disregarding the over 364,000 Union soldiers who died, white soldiers who died fighting to abolish slavery. So she's disrespecting them. And it looks to me just like another ploy for votes, another ploy for some kind of handout, and playing the victim card.
And it's going to backfire, I suspect. Now, Donald Trump has announced that the US will be taking a portion of the hundreds of billions of dollars received in tariffs to provide economic assistance to American farmers. Let's listen to him.
What we're doing is we're taking a relatively small portion of that, and we're going to be giving and providing it to the farmers in economic assistance. And we love our farmers, and as you know, the farmers like me, because you know, based on voting trends, you could call it voting trends or anything else, but they're great people. They're the backbone of our country. So we're going to use that money to provide $12 billion in economic assistance to American farmers. $12 billion is a lot of money, Meryl. What do you think? Peanuts for you, though, right? Peanuts. She's a farmer of rice.
Where do you need me?
So $12 billion going to farmers. Farmers, of course, have faced huge financial losses this year, particularly for soybean producers who've been hurt by the trade negotiations with China. But we are already hearing farmers thank Donald Trump for this. Hillary, what do you make of this package? Do you think it goes far enough?
Well, I do think that it's very important, Gabriella. I don't know whether it goes far enough or not, because I don't know exactly how many farmers there are. But from everything that we've seen, read, and I've researched, this is all due to, you're exactly right, what happened. China is the #1 purchaser of all these soybeans. And I think what's most important, regardless of is it enough for this issue, farmers have been long neglected. Farmers are being put out of business, family farms, and they are the backbone of America. I think this is a very important and a very good move.
We are hearing a lot about how Donald Trump isn't doing enough to fix the economy, and that's certainly the attack line from the Democrats. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has predicted that the US will end the year with 3% real GDP growth as Donald Trump prepares for this national affordability tour. Hillary, what are you expecting from this affordability tour? How crucial is it ahead of the midterms?
Well, the midterms, luckily, are quite a way off. I do think that definitely the Republicans, by July, we need to have a booming economy, or else Republicans will face a devastation at the midterms. In terms of the actual affordability tour, I think, number one, it does signal that the perception is reality, and certainly the narrative that Democrats have been pushing about this affordability crisis is really important, and it's been sticking. That's why he's going on the tour. He is a great communicator, Gabriella, so I do think he'll turn things around. The most important thing is, beginning in Q1, it takes a while, definitely by Q2, all of that reshoring, the construction jobs, the manufacturing that will take place in the US, it's just taken a long time to come up. And last but not least, don't forget, steering the economy is like steering the Queen Mary. We're dealing with policies now that were enacted 20 months ago. It takes a long time to ripple through the economy. So I think by July, you'll see a booming economy. He needs to go on this now, though, to get the perception turned around.
Okay, let's talk about X, Elon Musk's platform X. It's actually surged in popularity after the European Union announced that it was fining the platform $140 million for violating transparency rules and other regulations. The Commission said that X's blue checkmark stamp on accounts is deceptive. Now, it's interesting, members of the Trump administration have blasted this. Marco Rubio said that the fine isn't just an attack on X, it's an attack on all American tech platforms and the American people by foreign governments. The days of censoring Americans online is over. And JD Vance said that the EU should be supporting free speech, not attacking American companies over garbage. He said that a day before the fine was announced. Now, Elon Musk says that X is actually seeing record-breaking downloads. Hillary, I'm not surprised by this.
I'm not surprised either. When you say record-breaking downloads, yes, it's now #1 in every single European country. So that shows you what the public really thinks versus what goes on with those unelected bureaucrats in Brussels. I do think one thing, though, with regard to that verification, little blue star, yes, one does pay for it. So it is a somewhat leading to that degree, but they're absolutely right. This is an attack on free speech, and you only have to look at the average person throughout Europe. They know what the real deal is. That's why they're downloading it. And I think it's backfired on the EU because it's almost literally, not to be too rude, but a thumbs up to those unelected bureaucrats.
Look, I want to get your thoughts on what's happening here in Australia, because Australia's social media ban kicks in tomorrow, and cybersecurity experts and tech executives are already warning that this ban for under 16s could actually do more harm than good. I mean, the laws, they are intended to protect children from online harms. They have created a complex problem. There are certainly plenty of concerns around privacy, data, scams, and there are also concerns that we'll eventually have to use a digital ID. But that's not all. If you look at who's actually banned and who's not banned, I mean, YouTube's banned, Meta's banned, X is of course banned, but the left-leaning Blue Sky is not. Take a listen to this.
Commissioner, you have exempted Blue Sky from your under 16 social media minimum age restrictions. Yet Blue Sky is almost identical to X, as I understand it. It currently allows 13-year-olds or younger people saying they are 13 to sign up. They have no age verification.
Blue Sky has not been exempted they present a very low risk. They have actually identified themselves as an age-restricted social media platform. They probably have 50,000 Australian users, a very small number of young users. They're building up their age inference tools. They're a very young company.
Hillary, do you have concerns that this may be political? Of course, this ban may be well-intentioned, but of course it could be about controlling the content that we see and don't see.
Well, it absolutely is. And although I'm not 100% sure, from what research I've read, I do believe actually that Blue Sky is funded by George Soros. And if it's funded by George Soros, that tells you everything you need, every single thing that you need to know about Blue Sky and where it's coming from. And yes, I think it's highly selective. And definitely what you mentioned about the difficulty of the, proof of age concept. What is this going to mean, a government ID? I have read that definitely the school IDs and face recognition protocol does work in some instances, but I think it's too convoluted, I think it's too contrived, and I think it's actually going to backfire. And you're right, selecting which outlets, let alone Blue Sky, which doesn't have a good reputation, and supposedly there are a lot of pedophiles on there, I think it's really damning, and it doesn't look good.
I want to talk to you about Keir Starmer, questions around his leadership. The think tank that ran Sir Keir Starmer's leadership campaign is now looking for a replacement. The Labor Together think tank has been asking local parties for views on a successor. According to The Times, a survey sent to local parties by Labor Together asked who has the best chance of leading them to electoral victory at the next general election instead of Keir Starmer. It listed 8 options, including 5 cabinet ministers. Hillary, this is certainly just ramping up speculation about his future.
I don't think that he's going to last past May, Gabriella. He simply can't. I don't know that he can outlast this. When you have this, and they actually, the number of participants that came back, they basically they do want anyone other than Keir Starmer. They were given all these options. And if you look at the numbers, there's no way Keir Starmer can actually hold on to that role. Don't forget the Labour government really was elected as a protest vote against the failed Conservative policies. And all they've done is made it worse. They've squandered what was actually a national mandate as a protest vote. I think that's a great pity.
Now, Hillary, you've been kind enough and generous enough with your time to be on Power Hour regularly. We've covered a lot together. I want to get your thoughts looking back at the year. Who's your winner and loser for the year?
I think the big loser is the BBC. I've always thought of it as somewhat as the Brit-bashing corporation, and I do think that it wasn't an isolated incident that they edited President Donald Trump's January 6th speech. They actually apologized for it, but I think in the long run, Gabriella, that will be viewed as the beginning of the end of the BBC. Don't forget, it comes on the heels of what they did to Princess Diana, that contrived story with
Hillary,
the panorama.
We actually have that grab. Let's just take a look at it.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you, and we fight. We fight like hell. We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
I agree with you, Hillary. I mean, the BBC just completely exposed there.
Yes, they were, and they actually apologized as if it was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake, Gabriella. It was deliberate, and this is pervasive. That's the issue. If it was a one-time, many people can make mistakes. It was not a one-time incident. This was deliberate, and it is pervasive at the BBC, and it exposed them. And like I said, beginning of the end of the BBC. That was the biggest loser from the year. And I think in this particular instance, certainly it drew attention to what President Trump actually had said. So in this instance, he was the winner.
Okay, Donald Trump, the winner there. Challenge for the year ahead. What's the biggest challenge for, I suppose, Republicans and the Democrats?
I think the biggest challenge for the Republicans is going to be the midterm elections, of course. And as I mentioned, they must turn around the economy. Otherwise, there's going to be a bloodbath. So that's really important. And the Democrats, I mean, they don't have a serious leader. Gavin Newsom, of course, wants to be a presidential candidate, but he just bought a multi-million-dollar mansion, and California is in collapse state. So I think that it's really about the midterms. That's the whole of this year, and it's about the economy, and that's why President Trump went on that affordability tour. It's going to be huge, but look for Q1 and Q2 for the economy in the U.S. to boom.
Hillary Fordwich, president and founder of Stromar, thank you so much for joining us on Power Hour. We really appreciate it.
Pleasure, Gabriella.
Joining us now is Caitlin Sinclair, media strategist for Maha PAC. Caitlin, it's great to see you again. A massive week for the Maha movement, with a vaccine advisory panel voting to end the recommendation that all babies in the US get the hepatitis B vaccine on the day that they are born. Donald Trump posted on Truth Social today, the CDC Vaccine Committee made a very good decision to end their hepatitis B vaccine recommendation for babies, the vast majority of whom are at no risk of hepatitis B, a disease that is mostly transmitted sexually or through dirty needles. The American Childhood Vaccine Schedule long required 72 jabs for perfectly healthy babies, far more than any other country in the world and far more than is necessary. In fact, it is absolutely ridiculous. Many parents and scientists have been questioning the efficacy of this schedule, as have I. Now, Caitlin, the media, of course, they've been freaking out about this. I mean, the New York Times had a headline that reads that the hepatitis B vaccine is under threat. Caitlin, can you talk to us about this? It's not under threat. Instead of a first dose within 24 hours of birth, the panel has voted to recommend delaying it until the child is at least 2 months old. And of course, the panel voted in this 8-3 decision to recommend individual decision-making in consultation with a healthcare provider. What more can you tell us about this, Caitlin?
Yeah, Gab, good to be back with you. So this is a huge win for parents all across this country right now. It's finally, again, returning to the idea there is not a one-size-fits-all. One-size-fits-all medicine is not real medicine, as we learned during the COVID-19 pandemic and throughout the time that we've had Secretary Kennedy in office. And this is a recommendation, right? So it's really giving the power back to parents to have an educated decision, to have that knowledge. Knowledge is power. So we're trying to inform parents to make the best decision for their kids. The hepatitis B shot at birth was designed for babies at risk because their mothers were testing positive, not for every healthy newborn in America. So there's, of course, a lot of noise on the internet, but you can't believe that. It's, again, proving the point that not one size fits all is the right way to practice medicine. This is a win for science and for parents.
Caitlin, Trump signed a presidential memorandum to begin the process to review best practices for childhood vaccination recommendations and noted that the US is a high outlier in the number of vaccinations recommended for all children. So the start of the year, the US recommended vaccinating all children for 18 diseases, including COVID. But by comparison, Denmark recommends vaccinations for 10 diseases, Japan recommends vaccinations for 14, and Germany recommends vaccinations for 15 diseases. But Caitlin, it's controversial that this is being reviewed.
Yes, of course, because again, a lot of people just want to create noise on social media. But really, our president is just asking a question. He's saying, are other regions possibly doing this better? Is there more common sense in other parts of the world and they're having better results? And why not bring that here to the States? So I think we're just asking questions right now and trying to gather the data. But this has been a long time coming for parents that have been screaming from the rooftops, Gab, for so many years, asking these questions. They deserve the answers. And this is a comprehensive plan and review. I think we need to stop treating parents like they're so irresponsible. And that is kind of the aura in the room right now in a lot of these physicians, that parents don't know best for their healthy newborns and for their children. And I think we need to give the power back to the parents.
Well said. Well, we know how the hosts on The View feel about the Maha movement. I mean, the way they treated RFK Jr.'s wife was appalling. But they're now using their show to push for all-gender bathrooms everywhere. Listen to this.
Every congressperson has a bathroom in their, every congressperson has a bathroom in their office. So she's got a bathroom she can use in her office. And I'm sure she can use your bathroom and the bathroom of every Democrat and every person who's not a bigot in the United States Congress.
We have bathrooms here. In this building, it just says all genders.
Yeah.
Why can't they just do that everywhere?
Yeah, there are all gender bathrooms in many of the Capitol office buildings, not necessarily in the Capitol itself, but we're going to work through that
Renovate.
So, Caitlin, Anna Navarro there suggesting you're a bigot if you don't want men, biological men, in women's bathrooms.
Right. I don't know. I personally don't like urine getting sprayed all over the toilet seat, and I don't like changing in front of biological men, but I guess that's just the bigot in me, Gab. I think it says a lot about the Democrat Party right now in our country that this is what the women on The View are speaking about: bathrooms and toilet seats. I think we have bigger issues in this country. Joy is essentially advocating for a culture where a 40-year-old man that's dressed in a tutu or a dress can go in the same bathroom stall as her granddaughter, let's say, for example, Gab, hypothetically speaking. But this is all under the guise of what? Progress is how these ladies frame it. The rest of the country doesn't buy this anymore. They voted for common sense again. They voted to protect girls from men playing in sports and from the bathrooms where it's a private place. This is absolute nonsense. I get it makes for good clickbait, but let's move on, ladies.
Yeah, well, they'll keep pushing, won't they? And so will Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, someone's got to help her out. Even her therapist can't help her. She's revealed that her therapist urged her to detach from posting about Donald Trump for 2 days. How long did she last? A whole 2 hours after hearing Donald Trump blast a reporter. Caitlin, not even her therapist can help her.
That's more like it.
Wow. Okay, well, that's shorter than most people can last on a juice cleanse. That's pretty bad. I think that also just speaks volumes to where we're at in society, where politics is playing a role. These people don't actually oppose Trump. They depend on him. Same thing with the ladies of The View. They depend on Donald Trump for views, for clicks, to spew their hatred. Their entire identity, someone like Rosie O'Donnell, is built on resisting Donald Trump. They are truly lost without him. They take away Trump for 48 hours and they don't just lose a talking point, they actually lose their entire identities. So I think Rosie O'Donnell is just a microcosm of what we're seeing across the country with people that are still suffering, Gab, from Trump derangement syndrome and truly don't have an identity without hating Donald Trump. So get new hobbies, people.
Yeah, there's so many of them. Now, we have spoken a lot about the late Charlie Kirk in the last few months. And look, in news, it is obviously going to be sending the leftist absolutely crazy, the ones that celebrated his assassination. Charlie Kirk was the top search overall in America on Google. Google released its annual list of top search trends for 2025, and the assassination of Charlie Kirk Trump's Big Beautiful Bill and the longest government shutdown in US history were ranked among this year's most searched news topics online. So Charlie Kirk, he was number one. I guess, Caitlin, the silver lining out of such a horrific event is that everyone in the world knows Charlie Kirk, knows his name, and has heard his message now. His wife, Erica, who of course took over Turning Point USA, was also named as one of the top searched people on Google. And this is Donald Trump thanking Charlie Kirk.
Young people are respecting us again, too. I won the young vote. The Republicans never win the young vote. I won it easily. And I want to thank Charlie, and I want to thank TikTok, and there are a lot of reasons for it. But there's never been a Republican who won the young vote, and I won the very young vote. So that's a good sign.
Yeah, it's obviously been a few months now, and I think we're really missing his voice in this conversation, and he did so much to help get Donald Trump elected. But can I get your thoughts that he was the most Googled person this year?
Wow, my initial thoughts really are just, number one, even in tragedy, that is the essence of Charlie Kirk. His voice, his mission, his ideas, his impact cannot be silenced, and his energy and aura will completely live on. I think we've already seen the amount of young people he has galvanized, the amount of patriots, the number of patriots, the number of God-loving Americans that he has galvanized in his passing. So I'm not surprised.
Caitlin, it's been such a big year. We've covered a lot together. Can I get your thoughts looking back? We're almost at the end of the year now, of course. Who's your winner and loser for the year?
Ooh, okay. My loser, I'm going to have to go with Andrew Cuomo. Gab, I mean, this man ran on nothing but ego. The only man that I can think of that entire comeback tour basically ended and got completely kicked off the political stage before the lights even came on. New Yorkers quite literally sent this man home a few times. And then cliche and on brand for me, I'm going to have to go with Secretary Kennedy as our winner. No other man has tackled big pharma, big food, big agriculture, just completely changing the landscape of the future of health because he moved the needle on health, on pharma, the agencies, everything has been turned over. He truly is a crusader, and that is definitely my winner.
Another loser that could be in the mix would be former President Joe Biden. He's still struggling when he's up on stage. He can't even say the United States of America. Listen to this.
We just have to get up. As long as we keep the faith, summon hope, and get back up and remember who in the hell we are. We're the United States of America. That's who we are. We're the U.S. And there's nothing.
And the Democrats told us that he'd be fine for another 4 more years.
I guess he had too much ice cream and he's having like a brain freeze, and your jaw gets too cold, you can't talk. I don't know what that was. I'm truly praying for Joe Biden, and I think at this point, it's just sad, and the American people should be praying for him. But what we should also be doing, Gab, is requiring those people that propped him up and told us that this was a legitimate candidate to run our country for another 4 years. We want answers from you, and we want to hold those people accountable.
And finally, Caitlin, just looking ahead, looking at 2026, what do you see as the biggest challenge?
Additional credits required.
Oh, I think authenticity, Gab. I think making sure our leaders can bring that back to this country. That's why Donald Trump won the election. That is what this country is craving right now. Transparency, authenticity. I would challenge all of our leaders, elected or not, to use this no teleprompter challenge, no notes challenge, to actually speak to the American people, to speak to foreign diplomats, whoever you're communicating with, and not read from a teleprompter, because authenticity is, I think, the greatest challenge to govern and to be an actual world leader today.
That's a good one. Caitlin Sinclair, media strategist for Maha PAC. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Gab.
Military research complete.
Joining us now is Mine Hoffman, ILTV's executive editor and strategist. Mine, thank you so much for joining us and making the time while you're in Australia.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Let's start with the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says that he expects the second phase of the ceasefire plan for Gaza to begin soon. Of course, the ceasefire remains very delicate, and the second phase appears as though it's going to be more difficult than even the first, and the greatest uncertainty is whether Hamas is willing to lay down its arms. What's your assessment, and how challenging is this second phase?
So I think you're actually going to be looking at a very difficult time to be able to get to the second phase. And one of the main reasons is that the core of that second phase is the international security force, right, that would come in and would help to keep Hamas at bay while Hamas finishes disarming. But as we saw over the weekend, Khalid Mashal made very clear, one of the leaders of Hamas, in his speech in Turkey, that Hamas is not willing to lay down its arms, nor is it willing to lose control of the Gaza Strip. Now, there is one deceased hostage still left to come back. We believe that we understand where he is, and Hamas is just holding on for dear life. If you remember, that was supposed to happen in 72 hours, and here we are several weeks later. When that hostage is returned and we prepare to move to stage 2, the question is who will serve on this international security force and how will we continue to disarm Hamas? And the understanding from most of the people, most of the countries, I should say, who have offered to potentially send in a security force is that they don't want to fight Hamas. They don't want to disarm the terrorist organization. They'll help the Gazan people, maybe work with the humanitarian aid that needs to come in. But certainly Hamas will continue to regroup and rearm and, in fact, get stronger if Israel isn't able to take action. My assumption, to tell you the truth, is that we'll last a month or two of us continuing with our hands tied, unable to take action. But eventually the United States will need to ask Israel to get the job done. Military analysts and security officials are saying 1 to 2 months tops. Remember, our hostages, our live hostages, are now out, which means in terms of our ability to take down Hamas, it's even greater. We couldn't go into certain strongholds before because of the hostages. So now, hopefully, Israel will be able to finish the job. And my assumption is that's what's going to end up happening.
So Israel will be able to take out Hamas?
Well, I think you have to remember that we're not taking out Hamas. The idea that will not happen. You know, there was never this idea that we'd wake up and Hamas would be gone. And it doesn't mean killing all the people either, because the idea is not to get rid of all the Hamas terrorists specifically. It's that they shouldn't have military political rule in the Gaza Strip. The only way to move forward to stage 2 is to have Hamas not be in power so somebody else can be in power.
And so when that somebody else is in power, what does the future of Gaza actually look like?
Well, I mean, we know what this stage 2 looks like. We know what the vision, right? The 20-point plan involves eventually being able to even move to Palestinian autonomy and statehood. But getting from stage 2 to stage 20 is a very, very long and difficult trajectory. So if we just talk about stage 2, what you're talking about is having an international force come in and help to monitor the area, hopefully keep terror at bay, as well as to move forward with a peace board, right, which is an international peace board, followed by a technocratic government that would then allow new opportunities, new leadership in Gaza to begin to be trained and to form. Now, it sounds a little bit like an illusion, if I have to be honest, because we've not seen a Hamas get on board with this, which means that the terrorist entity is not only still there, is still being funded by Iran, is still interested in destroying the state of Israel, is not so interested in working with these international security forces that are supposed to come in. So, as I think Netanyahu put very, bluntly, stage 2 is not only, it's a challenge. This isn't something that's just going to roll in and be easy to accomplish.
Now, Benjamin Netanyahu has asked for a pardon from President Isaac Herzog relating to corruption charges against him, and Netanyahu has been on trial since 2020 after being indicted on charges of bribery, fraud and breach of trust, and he, of course, denies all charges against him. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also said that he will not be retiring from politics in exchange for a pardon in his corruption trial, and he's not interested in a plea bargain. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think he'll get a pardon? Should he get a pardon? And how do the people of Israel feel about this?
So those are all three a little bit different questions, right? So Netanyahu has asked for this pardon, but exactly as you said, he does not want to admit any guilt. Usually pardons come with saying, look, I'm guilty, but you're going to pardon me. Also, it would come with a step down from politics. The majority of the Israeli people, by all polls, would prefer for Netanyahu to step down. But Netanyahu has made clear, and in fact just overnight, that if we go into another election, that he will want to run. Now, elections in Israel are scheduled officially October of 2026, so about a year from now. However, there's been a lot of understanding that it is likely that we will go to early elections, which can happen. We've done it many times. If you remember, there were 5 elections in 3 years in Israel. Only one of them, of which Netanyahu did not come out as the prime minister. There was about an 18-month window there over the last last 18 years or 20 years. And so it is likely that Netanyahu will run again. But it is definitely also likely that even if he does run again and even potentially gets in as the leader of Likud, though, again, by all polls, the Israeli people are against that happening. Remember, there's been no commission since October 7th. We haven't been able to establish who, in fact, is officially guilty for what happened on the October 7th with the massacre. And likely it is not just Netanyahu, it is the heads of the IDF, the Shin Bet, it is in all spheres. But Netanyahu is a part of that. He was prime minister, and the people are angry to not have him take some accountability at this stage. You see, even after the hostages come home, protests in the streets against the government. So there will need to be a change, but let's just play it out and say Netanyahu gets in. What you'll definitely see not happen is the more extreme entities, the Bezalel Smotriches or the Itamar Ben-Gvirs, whose names appear in the media a lot because of the choice things they like to say. And that's more of an extreme right entity that we never had in our government before. The government budget did just pass, so right now it looks like they will at least go till the end unless early elections. But at that stage, you're likely to see more of a center-right government. You've seen much more unity between the Yesh Atid, the center-left parties, and center-right. And it is more likely that whoever is prime minister, Israel is sick of the extremism, and we really want to heal. And one of the ways to do that will be to have more unity.
Now, since October 7th, there's been so much bias against Israel playing out in the media and the media's coverage of the war. We're also now hearing that anti-Israel messaging from podcasters as well, which is quite alarming. The BBC has ordered staff to complete mandatory anti-Semitism training following a series of scandals at the broadcaster. What's your assessment of why we've been seeing this anti-Israel coverage and anti-Israel bias playing out since October 7?
Look, I think that the seeds of anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism have been planted long before October 7th, and October 7th opened the floodgates to allow it to become mainstream and acceptable. Part of it is that anti-Semitism is always there, and anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism are now one and the same in many ways. That's one side of it. On the other hand, one can say, and I've spoken to the Australian ambassador to Israel, who told me that he believes that part of the problem is Israeli policy, but I have a very hard time believing that the policy of, for example, Prime Minister Netanyahu impacts swastikas or vandalism or fire bombings in the streets. And so, I think that we're in a very difficult time. We talk in Israel about the 7 physical fronts of the war and the 8th front, which is the PR war or the battle in the international sphere. And my take is that that battle is going to continue long after any wars physically end, because now that the floodgates are open, and you have to remember, in the United States and all over the world, here you kicked out the Iranian ambassador, right, because we saw that there were funding that was paying for hate crimes to take place on your soil. In America, too, all over the world, you've got Iran, you've got Qatar, you've got Al Jazeera feeding the flames, right, of this anti-Israel sentiment. And too often, and you know it as well as I do as journalists, it moves so fast today, and there is so little recognition for the need to check facts before they're reported, partially for clicks and partially because people are being driven, unfortunately for our field, by their emotions rather than reality. And, when you mention podcasters, I think that's where, social media, podcasters, this is where you see it play out more and more, as opposed to even in mainstream media, where at least there is still a little bit of checks and balances left.
Yes, we need a few more of them, I think, as we've seen in the last 2 years. But you touched on, of course, anti-Semitism, and you're now here in Australia where we've seen anti-Semitism soar, sadly. It's really shameful. What do you make of what's been happening here in Australia? What are Israelis, what people over in Israel, what do they think of what's happening here in Australia when we've seen the number of assaults, abuse, vandalism, hate messages, they're up almost 5 times the level that they were before October 7. We've, of course, seen the torching of the Israel synagogue in Melbourne. Absolutely horrific. Can I get your thoughts?
Sure. I mean, look, it was actually very interesting. Right before I came to Australia a few weeks ago, there was a solidarity event held at Tel Aviv University. It was an Australian-Israel solidarity event. In the past, when we had solidarity events like this take place, the majority of the people were Australian or Australian-born immigrants who came out to support Israel. This was the first time about a third of the people in attendance were Israeli-born individuals, Israelis. And I asked some of them, why are you here, right? And they said, well, we feel we need to stand with the people of Australia. One of the striking things that has happened since October 7th is that the the linkage between what happens in Israel and the diaspora Jews has become stronger than ever. And there is now much more of an understanding that we need to be working together, that just as the diaspora Jews are supporting Israel, Israel needs to support the diaspora Jews. The Minister of Aliyah and Integration held a very interesting workshop a week or two ago while I was here, where they brought together the leaders of a number of supporting organizations to talk about what would happen if all of a sudden there was a need for a mass migration to Israel, a rapid one, based on some kind of very, God forbid, dangerous event or feeling that Jews were no longer safe. And I'll tell you, as I've been walking the streets of Australia, I haven't felt anything, but I have been interviewing the Jews in Melbourne and in Sydney for articles that I'm working on. And the sentiment that I'm getting is they're proud and they want to stay, but on the other hand, they feel that something shifted. They feel a little bit more unsafe. They're maybe not wearing, the Magen David, the Jewish star. They're not wearing their yarmulke or their kippah, and they're feeling afraid on a bus. And that's a really bad place to be. It's also an indication of where a country is going, because, that saying of it starts with the Jews, but it doesn't end with the Jews, generally plays out as true.
Yeah. Mayan Hoffman, ILTV's executive editor and strategist, thank you so much for your time. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Joining us now is News Corp columnist Angela Mollard. Angela, it's great to see you.
Great to see you too, Gabriella.
Prince Harry, he's appeared on Stephen Colbert's show where he took aim at Donald Trump and he was even booed for it. Listen to this.
Required. Logistics upgrade.
Hold on. Look, I wouldn't say we're obsessed with royalty.
Really? I heard you elected a king.
That's a fair point. No, he's got a point.
Okay, so listen. So what's a real prince got to do to get into a Hallmark movie these days?
Well, what can you do?
I've got skills. I can ride a horse.
Okay.
I can fly a helicopter.
Okay.
I can ride a horse in a helicopter.
I'd like to see that, but look, Harry, this is about show business. It's all about who you know. I mean, do you have a personal connection to any famous TV actresses?
I might know one.
Angela, of course he had to mention Meghan Markle. Imagine the trouble he would be in if he didn't mention Meghan Markle. Of course, she's desperate to be involved. She shared a behind-the-scenes clip. Look at this.
So if you was treated like a king for the day, what would you want me to do for you?
Beg for me, probably.
You'd want me to do what? Beg?
Beg. B-A-K. Beg.
What?
Bake.
Oh, bake!
I mean, it is so cringe. What's your reaction? What do you make of all of
Look,
this?
it's highly scripted. He was booed at times, he was cheered at times, but the fact is that 2 years ago when he went on the show, the Stephen Colbert show got the highest ratings in the 2-year period. So of course they want him back. The messaging was that he was passing through New York. I did a deep dive. This is Harry, and he just did this on the side. This was definitely not on the side. This is very much the key performance thing. He wants this profile, and Meghan, more to the point, wants to be part of this kind of high-level, high audience that, she's not getting for her Netflix shows and she's not getting for her various endeavours. But look, what I'm interested in is where these two are going to go in their directions, because she's very influencer. He's very much leaning into his connections, but also doing some quite good work. I thought his Remembrance Day letter and his recollections of Britain. I think Harry's kind of dividing opinion at the moment, but of course Meghan is still deeply unpopular.
Of course she is. Now, Prince Harry's had a win. Prince Harry has won a full security risk assessment following a major U-turn by the Home Office. So Prince Harry brought a high-profile legal claim against the government over the decision to remove his right to automatic taxpayer-funded security. Angela, what do you make of this? Could this actually pave the way for Harry to return to the UK with his children?
Yeah, absolutely could. And the implications of this are manifold. One is that Harry's been very tenacious. He wouldn't let this go, even though the court sort of overruled it. So he personally wrote to the Home Secretary to look at his security level. This was last done in 2018, and it was found that he was the highest security risk alongside two other people, and those two people were the Queen and the then British Prime Minister Theresa May. So he genuinely has a case for it being assessed. What will be interesting is with the new, and that would of course have been because of his military work as well. That would have led to that high level ranking. What I think will happen will be very interesting to see what his security risk will, if he was 7 then, will he be 2 or 3 now, or will he still be up at 6 or 6 or 7? If he is up there, then it's going to really require a sort of overview of whether he does have security when he comes to the UK. If in fact he then gets it, as you point out, will it then be incumbent on him to bring Meghan and his grandchildren? Because that's always been his reason for not bringing them back. And I think the fact that Thomas Markle is in hospital and the whole relationship breakdown there, it's more important than ever that Harry's being seen to engage with Britain and the family that he was, born into and raised with.
Meanwhile, Meghan Markle, she's still pushing ahead with her Netflix series, but she's being warned that her With Love Meghan series may actually be coming to an end after a series of negative reviews. What are your thoughts on the series? Do we think it's going to come to an end soon?
Look, there becomes a point when you do royal commentary like me and you have to watch this stuff. So I actually had to watch the show and it is nauseating. It is basic. This is an advent calendar. You put little treats in the pockets. I mean, honestly, Meghan is so dumbed down in this. She's so ever smiling. It feels unauthentic. And Naomi Osaka, who is a guest on the show, it's someone she clearly has no relationship with. It's incredibly awkward. But what you speak to, the bigger point, of course, is that will this ongoing relationship with Netflix continue? I reckon by this time next year, that'll be dead in the water.
Yeah, interesting. Now, Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, let's talk about him. Of course, Andrew and Sarah Ferguson are set to make their first public appearance since Andrew was stripped of his royal titles. Now, this is happening on Friday as their granddaughter is being christened. That's Athena, Princess Beatrice's second daughter. Now, it's understood that King Charles was invited to the event, but he's not expected to attend.
We don't quite know who's going to attend it. This is leaked to one of the papers in the UK. I think what will be interesting, of course, Andrew and Fergie have to be there. They're the grandparents of this child, but this will be, as you say, the very first time. And this is going to set the way for how the royals interact. Will the king go? I mean, it would be legitimate for him not to because, he's not a direct relative of this baby. But there will be other members of the royal family there, you would like to imagine. I would very much think that Princess Anne, for instance, would probably be there as Beatrice's auntie, that sort of thing. But how they interact going forward, and this speaks to Christmas in years to come, and other royal events. Will we see pictures? It's at St James's Palace, which you don't normally get a lot of a look in, but how this is reported afterwards and how Andrew goes into it. Imagine this, it's his granddaughter. Of course he wants to be there, but he is persona non grata. Not, he's a member of the royal family, but, they cannot be seen, as we've seen previously at the royal funeral, where we saw William and Andrew next to each other, and William was desperately trying to avoid eye contact with Andrew, and I think that will be going forward.
Oh, absolutely. And Angela, the Duke's course in St Andrews, named after former Prince Andrew, is going to be rebranded.
It's Duke's golf course in Scotland near Fife, and that is going to be called Craig Town. It's reverting to where it belongs. They don't want any association with the Duke, and we know Prince Andrew's a mad keen golfer, but there's all these tiny honorary positions around that we don't really, don't get a lot of attention, but they're going to continue to just drop off until he has virtually nothing.
Now, Buckingham Palace has released King Charles and Queen Camilla's official 2025 Christmas card, featuring a photo taken to mark the couple's 20th wedding anniversary earlier this year. Now, this marks the 4th Christmas card released since Charles became king. Royal watchers have noticed something, though, Angela. They've noticed the brooch that Camilla is wearing. Can you talk to us about that?
That's right. It's a Lily of the Valley brooch, and it belonged to the late Queen Mother. She was given it by the Russian president back in the 1950s. And what it signifies is endurance, blissful marriage, a reawakening after a time of difficulty and pain. So lots being read into that. She was also wearing the earrings that she wore on her wedding day, which of course they celebrated their 20th anniversary this year. But I think what's also interesting, the photo was taken in Rome, of course. Now that's a signal that how much that visit meant to the king. That was earlier this year. It's not a particularly festive card, but what it's very much signalling is we are together, we are very united, and we're very happy.
Now, Angela, I have to get your thoughts looking back at the year that's been. Do you have a winner or a loser?
My winner would be the King. Because not only is he doing superbly well, we seem to, he's back to a full program of events, but of course is living with cancer, but also his decisiveness around the Andrew issue. That could have flim-flammed for weeks and months. It didn't. He came and stripped him of his titles. Then, of course, we lost the Prince and he became Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. If he wants to protect the monarchy, he had to act that decisively. So he would be my winner. Now you're going to ask me my loser, aren't we?
Yes, of course.
Is there any guesses? Look.
Start with A?
It does start with A. Look, Andrew, that's him done. He is never going to have any position of any note, and he's only a man of 65. He could live for another, 30 years, and the ignominy, we, of course, is still going to see the Jeffrey Epstein papers. They're still filtering out whether or not there's a court case, whether there's a British court case over the issues around security. There's so many elements of this still to play through, but in terms of, as we were talking about the christening for Beatrice, very, very hard for his daughters, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Now, looking back at the year, what about the craziest media moment?
My craziest media moment is the adulation of Robert Irwin by the Americans. They have absolutely taken him on, from Dancing with the Stars, which he, of course, won. The New York Times profiled him. He is a 22-year-old man. He is going to be our biggest export. Gorgeous guy, lovely personality, but what the decisions he makes next year in terms of what he does, I think will be really interesting, because everyone will want a piece of him. Of course, he's aligned with Prince William on the Earthshot Prize. He's an ambassador, and we saw William gave that very personal message to him. I think Robert Irwin is going to be a global superstar.
Well, we have a clip of Robert Irwin. Let's just take a look.
I got an opportunity to do something I never thought I would get to do on a dancing show, but I got to say thank you to the most important people in my life, my family. I got to dance a performance dedicated to my mum. We had a song that my sister danced to as well, that she dedicated to my dad, that I did the same and got to pay homage to my sister and to my dad, and it has been such an emotional process, really. But I think coming into it, I really wanted to honour the reason why I'm here. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not a dancer. I don't wear sequins. It's not what I love it. I've embraced it, but I am a wildlife conservationist. I'm an Irwin. I mean, I continue what my dad started.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? I love it. He says, I'm an Irwin. Angela, I have to get your thoughts looking ahead to 2026. What's the biggest challenge for the royal family?
Two. First one is how they, if they want to reintegrate Harry and Meghan, if that comes to that. Obviously, we've had that meeting where Harry met with his dad, and we'll be thinking that they may grow that relationship quietly, and whether William and Harry may in fact spend some time together at some stage. I'm not betting on it, but it's going to be a question that's constantly asked. But my real challenge, I think, is Prince George. He turns 13 next year. There's still discussion about whether he's going to go to Eton like his father. The Times is reporting that it's going to be Marlborough College, where Kate went to school. But of course, in the age of social media, we have our own social media ban coming into effect. But of course, Britain doesn't. So lots of kids of 13 have phones. How do you manage that when you are the Prince and Princess of Wales and you're bringing up the next king with, the level of surveillance that he's going to be under as he goes through his teens? So if I was his parents, I would be seeing that as the challenge for the royal family.
Oh, absolutely. Angela Mollard, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
That is Power Hour. Thank you for your company. We'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe to Sky News Australia on YouTube.
You scallywags.
You've made a wise acquisition.
When it's time for Lefties Losing It, it's a fine time to have a look at the leftist mainstream media and work out just why trust in these institutions is at record lows. I wonder if CNN's Jake Tapper has any ideas on why Americans trust used car salesmen more than the media.
The FBI finally announced that they had arrested a suspect accused of planting pipe bombs near the Republican and Democratic National Committee headquarters the night before the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack. Brian Cole Jr., a 30-year-old white man from the D.C. suburbs, is charged with transporting an explosive device.
Say what now, Jake? A 30-year-old white man from the DC suburbs. That's what you said. Is this a white man, according to CNN? But then we shouldn't be surprised because CNN, including Jake Tapper, pushed the Find People hoax against Donald Trump for 4 years, not to mention every other debunked hoax, including the Russian collusion hoax. Also on CNN, we had this woman, Ashley Allison, claiming this individual is some MAGA supporter and saying, we're all surprised he's not white.
I'm gonna say the thing out loud that I think everyone is not saying and is actually surprised, and why I think Janine Pirro is actually saying it. I think the fact that this man is a black man is surprising to people. I think people thought this was going to be a white man that did this. They were going to be able to say he was a part of the progressive left. And the fact that it's a black man that is saying, I too was susceptible to conspiracy theorists that the president and conservative podcasts were pushing that this election was stolen is a fact that they were not expecting. And now everyone is on their heels and they're trying to spin it.
The only one spinning it is you, Love, and your fellow political activists at CNN, including Abby Phillip, who even tried to push the notion that this alleged offending was no different to January 6 political prisoners, many of whom were guilty of nothing more than trespassing. Watch Isabel Brown school Abby on her own show.
I do wonder if he had been actually caught around the time of January 6th and prosecuted, would he have been included in Trump's pardons?
I mean, okay, this is absolutely beyond the pale to me, to be honest, to claim that we don't know any sort of inkling of a motive of this individual, when just a few months prior there was a lawsuit ruled in the Trump administration's favor against this particular individual for his company seeking to let illegal immigrants out of prison on bail bonds. He put in the
it's called a hypothetical,
from individuals
right?
who participated.
So it's called a hypothetical. Had he been prosecuted alongside all of those other people who were involved in violent acts on January 6th, would Donald Trump have pardoned him?
No, because individuals who walked into the Capitol building on January 6th were not planting pipe bombs.
What about? Oh, Abby, do better. But we shouldn't be surprised by Abby Phillip being a hard left activist. She did, after all, go on Joy Reid's podcast and agreed with pretty much everything Joyless had to say. And Joy is back spewing more venom. Listen to this.
And, you know, having been inside of a Republican National Convention and had that vibe from a senior citizen, someone's grandma, but whose glee was directed towards some of the most heinous ideas you could imagine, right? You know, sort of gleeful towards sort of returning to 1930s Germany, not even the United States. Like, I know that it's real. I actually think that what those people wanted and what Donald Trump is delivering is ethnic cleansing.
You know, that woman needs a padded cell and a straitjacket, not a microphone. Reminder, Joy is so loopy and hard left that even MSNBC sacked her. But for Abby Phillip, she's perfectly sound. And let's not forget, Abby Phillip also had this next shrieky charlatan on her program. Not only is Jennifer Welch uniquely awful and hate-filled, she's also a bald-faced liar.
Elon Musk, who I want to remind everybody that's against immigration, is a immigrant. I just think it's really important that we remind everybody all the time that Elon Musk is a immigrant that doesn't pay taxes, who is a parasite off the American taxpayer.
Oh dear, every American knows Elon Musk is an immigrant, Jennifer. But did you just claim that the man who provides hundreds of thousands of jobs and contributes tens of billions in salaries is a parasite? The man who went into space to rescue astronauts is a parasite. The man who spent over $40 billion to buy Twitter to help preserve free speech, it wasn't a business decision. He's a parasite. As for your lies about Elon not paying taxes, the truth is, not only does he pay tax, including personal income tax, but it's the most tax anyone has ever paid in the US, around $12 billion, and that was just in 2021. Now to ABC, and here we watch another anchor be embarrassed on his own show, this time by Eric Schmidt, Senator for Missouri, who points out why Democrat operative George Stephanopoulos, well, why his show is failing in the ratings.
It's been front page news across the country. Aren't you curious about that?
Well, I'm curious about your pushback on that particular point. With your previous guest, you had zero pushback because he's giving the Democrat talking points like you spew every single week, which is probably why your ratings are so bad.
Now, Minnesota governor and failed vice presidential candidate Tim Walz is continuing to whine about President Trump calling him, and I quote, seriously retarded. He claims that people are now driving past his house, calling him that wants to boo word, and that may lead to violence.
I'd never seen this before. People driving by my house and using the R word in front of people. This is shameful. And I have yet to see an elected official, a Republican elected official, say, you're right, that's shameful. He should not say it. So look, I'm worried. We know how these things go. They start with taunts, they turn to violence. So deeply concerned.
This is the same inept governor who was wishing death on Donald Trump not too long ago. Does he think we've forgotten about that and that we've memory hold his comments likening a Trump rally at Madison Square Garden to a Nazi rally? Do you think that could have inspired violence, Tim Walz?
And I think some of you don't miss on this. Go do your Google on this. Donald Trump's got this big rally going at Madison Square Garden. There's a direct parallel to a big rally that happened in the mid-1930s at Madison Square Garden. And don't think that he doesn't know for 1 second exactly what they're doing there.
Joining me now is American Culture Project Senior Fellow Corey DeAngelis. Corey, if Tim Walz thinks he can play the victim after overseeing the mass fraud that has occurred in his state, then he's a bigger fool than we thought. What happened in Minnesota is utterly shameful.
Yeah, look, he's trying to deflect here. He's a total failure. He's a political failure. Speaking of violence, he was basically the death knell for the Kamala Harris campaign. They committed political suicide when they picked Tim Walz to be VP. I mean, he's a who thought he was going to mobilize the young male vote, for example? Tampon Tim. That's the perfect person to pick in order to get Trump into the White House. So good job, Kamala Harris campaign. But yeah, in Minnesota, they had $300 million that was supposed to go to kids to feed them during the COVID era, and it was fraudulently spent, apparently. So Tim Walz is obviously trying to deflect here. He's clutching his pearls. For him to do a press conference about this, and oh my goodness, Trump called me the R word. That only really upsets you if it has a little bit of a truth to it. So maybe he's admitting something personal about himself. But I think the real story here is that he's trying to deflect. He's clutching his pearls, trying to point at Trump and trying to whip up the base against his political opponents. But this responsibility falls on him. This happened under his watch with the fraud in his state. And look, he's a political failure. So hopefully people will forget about him sooner than later.
Well, the scale of the fraud is quite astonishing. They were talking about $1 billion. Now there's figures emerging of 3, 4, 5 billion. So at some point we'll get a clear picture of how much was just squandered there. Now, Corey, I want to ask you about my favourite story of the day. This is just, it's almost like a comedy sketch, this. This is the Soccer World Cup. We know it's going to be in North America in 2026. And naturally, the leftist city of Seattle wants to host a pride game to celebrate the LGBTQIA++ community. And let's see who FIFA scheduled for this game. Yes, it's Iran, where homosexuality is illegal and even carries the death sentence. And Iran was drawn to play against Egypt, another country where homosexuality is illegal and carries a prison term of up to 3 years. How did this happen, Corey?
I mean, it's beyond parody, right? That was a Daily Wire article that I read about this, but I thought it was a headline from the Babylon Bee. This can't be true, can it? But look, it really reminds me of the horseshoe theory of politics, where you had the far left loonies in Seattle basically siding with the far right, who might not be happy about countries like Iran and Egypt right now, kind of locking arms on this issue. But really, who kind of scheduled this? I don't know. They say that it was pre-scheduled and it kind of just turned out this way. It was a coincidence. It was either a big coincidence or the far left was really trying to piss off Iran and Egypt. But, maybe Iran and Egypt will pull out of the World Cup, but no one will miss them. It's not like they were going far anyway.
No, I don't think they're going to be pulling out of the World Cup. It's a pretty big deal. The Egyptian Football Association has already sent a formal letter to FIFA requesting this LGBTQIA plus Pride match, a celebration at the World Cup, not go ahead, so they can just play a regular game without any of that political messaging. We'll see what happens there. Now, Corey, tell me about what else is happening in Washington State. There's female students there fighting for a ballot initiative to protect girls' sports, and there's also another initiative to strengthen parental rights after Washington State passed legislation that will remove the requirement for parents to receive notice when their children receive non-emergency medical services at school. That just seems incredible that your child could be receiving some sort of medical care. I don't know, perhaps some sort of hormones or puberty blockers, and the parents aren't advised. What's likely to happen in these cases?
Yeah, the lunatics at the teachers unions are trying to keep secrets from parents. And guess what? There's these two initiatives that are probably going to make it onto the ballot. It looks like they're going to have enough signatures to restore parental rights in education and protect girls' sports, keep boys out of girls' sports. These are 80-20 issues on the side of the Republicans. Let's see if they can get it done in a deep blue state controlled by Democrats and teachers unions in Washington. It'll be a very unique test case. But the teachers union, the Washington Education Association, is the main opponent of these two initiatives. They don't want to put it to the ballot. They know they're going to lose. So they're starting an initiative of themselves to stop people from signing the sheets in order to get it on the ballot in November of 2026. So there's events held right now by Let's Go Washington, the main group in favor of protecting girls' sports and parental rights in education. And there was a recent event where you had high school girls basically speaking out, saying there was a boy in my locker room. This didn't make any sense and it's unsafe. And so it's really a shame that the dads haven't really stepped up in stronger numbers. It's a shame that the girls themselves had to come out and say, you know what, adults shouldn't pressure young girls to undress in front of boys and men. I mean, this is just common sense stuff. But the liberal lunatics have gone so far off the deep end, and the teachers unions are dragging them down every step of the way. But hopefully parents will win this case in Washington, and it'll lay a blueprint for other blue states to go forward and do the right thing as well.
Now, before you go, Corey, I want to play you this exchange between Alex Bruesewitz and a journalist at the Doha Forum a few days ago. This was all about the stolen election narrative.
And Alex, no matter how many times you repeat that there was a rigged election, there is no evidence of that. But anyway, in my question...
You're very confident saying there is no evidence of a rigged election. Are you familiar with a guy named Hunter Biden? Well, if you're not familiar, he was Joe Biden's son. And he liked to have relations with prostitutes and film it and put it on a laptop. He liked to do crack cocaine and film it and put it on a laptop. And everybody in the legacy media, they said that is something called Russian disinformation. It wasn't Russian disinformation. That was a true laptop. Nobody in the media covered it. And if you posted about it on social media, you got censored and lost your account. And so after the election, it came out and they said, if you knew that laptop was real, would you have voted for Joe Biden? 20% of people who voted for Joe Biden said they wouldn't have done so. So if you're talking about just one aspect, that's called rigging an election.
Corey, that doesn't even begin to cover the money that they spent fortifying the election, as Time Magazine put it. Tell me about this ongoing debate about the 2020 election and the many ways in which that election result was influenced.
Yeah, I like how that questioner at the Doha Forum was basically tried to slide that in there. There's no evidence of a rigged election. Then he tried to ask some other question. Good thing on Alex for calling him out and setting the record straight. I mean, look, the New York Post, I remember on Twitter at the time before Elon Musk was in charge and changed it over to X, you couldn't even post that New York Post article. It would just, it wouldn't allow you to do it. So that is interference in the election. And so, you know, it goes so many layers deeper than that. But at the end of the day, I'm kind of happy that Trump didn't win the 2020 election, because now we have Trump 2.0. You know, you only get 2 4-year terms here in America. And so I'm glad he's president right now. And he's, you know, after all that's happened to him and the election being stolen from him in 2020, he's kind of gone, you know.
I think people know at least a little bit about this, but it seems like it's become even more unhinged over time. Here we go.
The more I learn about this Cinnabon incident, the less faith I have in society as a whole.
That's right.
First, she was this evil woman shouting slurs. Then they said she was actually being harassed by the man. Then someone crowdfunded her $100,000. Then people started claiming she's a far-left Democrat with a criminal record, where nobody knows what's really going on.
I love how, like, what's really funny to me about this more than anything is that what happens whenever the internet monolithic thinking that's like so one-dimensional that it's basically brain dead? What happens whenever it encounters an actual real person that doesn't fit closely inside of any box, that has all kinds of schizophrenic viewpoints, that doesn't all believe one thing, and they act irrationally all the time? People lose their fucking minds. They don't even know how to process it.
But grifters will still get rich over the division.
That's right.
Initially, this video went viral.
I am racist. And you are an idiot. No.
I wonder what she said.
I am racist, and I'll say that to the whole entire world.
Uh-oh.
Don't be disrespectful. You ruined your life, by the way. Oh, talking about you're not gonna be working here. Wow, look how you look like. What's wrong with you?
Uh-huh.
What's wrong with you? Get the ugly. Talking about ugliness?
And this clip looks horrible. No employee should be shouting slurs at a customer while telling them.
Well, my advice is that even if a customer makes you mad, you don't get to call them the N-word. Don't do it. You're going to get fired. It's going to be bad. The company's going to have to fire you. You can't. I know. There's probably, if you've ever worked in customer service, you have probably wanted to call somebody the N-word, the F-word, or some other word. But you didn't do it, did you? Or maybe you did. If you did, let me know. Maybe we can raise $100,000 for you.
To inhale their front tail. But sadly, whenever a viral video starts an argument, I'm willing to bet there was a deceptive edit that carefully clips out whatever started the fight.
The reality of what probably happened is that they antagonized her, she got mad, and then she called them the N-word. You can't have somebody do that works at a store. You can't have somebody do that. Like, I know they shouldn't have antagonized her. I get that. But can we just step outside of the internet and think about reality? Let's get the Reddit brain out of here and think about the real world. You can't have employees getting mad at customers and shouting racial slurs at them. You can't have that happen. This is basic common sense for any business. Duh.
The original clip got over 11 million views in 2 days.
It's funny, though.
Saying they innocently came in to buy food, but the employee randomly started making fun of her hijab. Then
but probably not what happened. I don't know.
Called them a slur, to which Cinnabon responded, the franchise owner has immediately terminated the employee. And with that framing, the store owner had to fire her unless they wanted their building to be burned down. But then...
That's true, too. Yeah, I think that's true, because if they hadn't have done it, people would have gone crazy. And, yeah, sure.
People started questioning the authenticity of the poster's story, since they appear to have a history of lying. Where the rest of the video, the victims chose to post, sheds light as to why the employee was so angry.
Sexualizing your body makes you a better person. Are you recording? I'm gonna record you. Yes. Do you want me to throw water on you? I am racist.
As it really seems.
This is what happens every single time. Bro, like, it is. Yeah, why do they need to lie about the situation? Because they're trying to antagonize her and make her mad. They are angry, like this Somali. Like, I don't feel bad for them. Oh my God, you got called a racial slur. Oh, I don't know if you're going to be able to recover. I don't care about that. I don't give a shit. Like, the fact is, you came in there and you were antagonizing somebody, and then they called you a mean word. Well, you could have avoided this entire problem by not going in there and antagonizing them. Like, this is you've done this to yourself. I get that, but you still can't have a store with people saying that, right? It's like, I get it.
like the customers
Sure.
were shaming her over not wearing their religion's attire. Maybe I'm
Well, that's because there's a lot of people that are any religion, I mean, like Muslim or anything else, that want to push their religion on other people. This is very obvious. I mean, I don't know why we're trying to pretend like this doesn't happen. Like, it's so obvious. It's so clear. Like, tons of people are religious zealots, and they want to make their religion the law. That's right. That's what they do. And if there was enough of them there, they would try to make that the law. This is what's happened. Like, we've had a million fucking laws about this for Christianity. Are we supposed to imagine that Christianity has a monopoly on trying to make their religion the law? It's ridiculous. Of course they would do that.
Something, but how is a hoodie
crazy.
and Cinnabon apron inappropriate in any way in America? But again, if this was the segment that they were willing to share, that interaction had a bit more than them calling her immodest. So someone started a crowdfund for Crystal, stating since Cinnabon wouldn't stand with her, they'll make sure she lands on her feet.
Of course, of course, of course.
As it currently sits at over $110,000, much more than she'd ever make at Cinnabon. Now on the other side, the alleged victims started a GoFundMe, as their side says Cinnabon's atmosphere was not welcoming, where they barely...
I bet it. Well, I don't think that's the case at all. I think that the people that came in there to harass her are the ones that are wrong. Like, if I was Cinnabon, I would ban them from ever coming in there, because they came in there and they tried to, like, religiously harass an employee. Like, anybody goes into a fucking store and starts telling people in the store how to dress and that their religion doesn't allow it, get the fuck out of the store. Give them a trespass warning? Absolutely.
Received any caramel. And then the employee attacked the customer's attire, making fun of her faith and modesty. So now the victims are traumatized, anxious.
Oh my God, traumatized, anxious, and scared to go outside. Oh no!
And scared to go outside, saying they'll need money for legal fees and an attorney to pursue justice.
They're pursuing justice for what?
Then asking for help in finding a lawyer that'll take this case. So somehow
they called me the N-word, put him in jail.
Story went from all they wanted is a little extra caramel and she started shouting slurs to, well, actually it was an argument over dressing modestly. Then
Like, imagine the story. Like, she's like, can we get some extra caramel? What did you say, you fucking... Like, do you really think that's what happened?
More like it.
Really? Like, I mean, just take off the fucking... Like, just think for 3 seconds. Is that really what happened?
At once.
Probably not.
One carefully clipped out that aspect and demanded Cinnabon take action. But that'll never be enough, as they want to sue this now unemployed woman, with others online demanding she go to jail.
Apologize for being a racist Karen. She needs to be in jail, yet she is making bank. The fuck is wrong with whites?
Yes, Commander, at once.
This is one thing that a lot of these people need to people need to understand this, is that a lot of these people on the internet that are complaining about white people and like saying and complaining about racism, they're racist. They're racist. That's it. They're racist. And so, like, to the extent that you approach them or you trust what they're saying as if it's like any sort of objective, logical conclusion, you are just simply allowing them to manipulate you. You are. And you sound racist as fuck? No. There's nothing racist about what I said at all. And also, by the way, if you want to clip what I'm saying out of context or to try to manipulate people and say that I'm being racist, I appreciate it, because it'll give me content for tomorrow. Go ahead. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter, and it will never affect me, and nobody will care. So go ahead. And anyway, racist in a doubt. Yes, clearly. And anyway, so yeah, people like this that are doing this are just very clearly fucking racist. Like, what's wrong with white people, and then calling her a racist. This guy's a fucking racist. They're both racist.
But the grift doesn't end, as a left is complaining this Cinnabon employee is raising money, stating this is the kind of stuff Trump is breeding.
Well, this is the problem, right? Is that every single conversation like this, both him and his brother are functional fucking retards, right? Absolute fucking retards. And these are people that, again, like I've never read something that they've said that wasn't retarded. Maybe once, but it might have actually just been them quoting somebody else. Yeah, from crazy right-wing racist morons, of course. I wonder why, and this is the problem, is that people like this will never engage in any form of like conversation beyond just simply saying what the party line is. Like, what about the fact that she had people come in there at the beginning that were harassing her? What about that? Well, you're not talking about that because that doesn't fit with your agenda. That's, I think, the big issue that a lot of people, like at least me, have. Like, I have a very big problem with people like Brian because they constantly misrepresent facts. They always present them in a way that is dishonest. They explain things in a way that omits information that's crucial. And that's it. Are we defending it? Am I defending it? What?
Civilian structure complete.
What?
Civilian research complete.
Let me see. Can I pull this up? What are you talking about? So, let me ask you something. I just came in. Okay, so then maybe you shouldn't make assumptions. Maybe you shouldn't just instantly make an assumption. Oh, I just came in like right now and I'm going to instantly accuse you of something. The fuck is wrong with you? So,
civilian structure
if you explain, so there's a conflict between two people and the conflict is initiated by the other person, and then you don't explain the way the conflict was initiated, but instead you just explain it like, oh my God, this racist called a Somali couple the N-word. This is a intentional misrepresentation of the facts, and it's being done so in service of a goal. And that goal is to insult your intelligence, to lie to you, to manipulate you, to make you think something that's not true, and to mislead you, and to make you fundamentally not understand the truth. That's it. And keep this in mind. They're trying to lie to you. Do we have any proof they initiated the conflict? Yeah. They showed the video earlier. Yeah, it showed the video earlier. Like, right, let me see here. 3:30.
Fine. Where the rest of the video the victims chose to post sheds light as to why the employee was so angry.
Well, I think your body makes you a better person.
Are you recording?
I'm gonna record you. Yes.
Do you want me to throw water on you? I am racist.
As it really
so you can see very clearly. Like they're the ones that were initiating it and antagonizing her.
How can I be
Yeah.
of service?
This Cinnabon employee is raising money, stating this is the kind of stuff Trump is breeding. The problem being...
Yeah, I'll defend it. Fuck these people. She needs to be fired, though. That's exactly what my opinion is. Yeah, I think the people that came in there are disgusting fucking retards, and they should have never come in there and started harassing a random woman. But at the same time, she shouldn't have crashed out and called them a racial slur. I mean, I think this is the way a normal person would think, right?
Social media sleuths are claiming she seems to be a far-left Democrat, and also connecting her to some pretty serious crimes. But I'm not exactly certain that's the same person, just the same name and relative appearance. But either way, they're trying to make this political, but I don't see how the Trump administration finding Somalian fraud connects to a Cinnabon employee crashing out at someone that happens to be the same ethnicity.
Yes.
Not over fraud, but caramel sauce, spiraling into an argument over religion. But the side most outraged by her behavior seems to be on her side politically, with the people crowdfunding her a six-figure payday being on the complete opposite. Reminding us again, the division in America may be untangled.
Not just any six figures.
Strength of the coalition.
Oh, no, no, no. The original donation goal was for $109,000.
The item is ready.
And you can see now it is past that. I still have it open now. It's now raised $146,000. And after $109,000 was passed, now the new goal is a completely random number
The item is ready.
of 271,000. Huh. Wow. What are the odds of that?
Commander. Military
What's the
research
significance? I guess I could just say it instead of just being tongue-in-cheek. The 109 refers to the 109 Jewish countries, or countries that Jews have been expelled from in the course of history. And this is very, very commonly referred to statistic. They've been expelled from 109 countries. And 271,000 is the white supremacist Holocaust denier number of the amount of Jews that were killed inside of the Holocaust. They don't believe that it was 6 to 7 million. They believe that it was actually 271,000. So both of these numbers have a significance.
The item is ready.
So yeah, there you go. And yeah, there you go. I mean, I don't want to say, you know too much? Yeah, I do. I do know this. I do. Absolutely. Sure. I had no idea. Well, you learned something today. How about that? Isn't this a good day?
As this is becoming a trend, as that similar Shiloh incident also made her rich. But shockingly, even if the incident results in killing, if race is involved, people will contribute
Every interaction between two people of different races is because of racism. There can never be two assholes that just happen to collide. No. Every time it happens is because of racism.
crowdfund, as this is yet another
Yes, we have the
escalation
racism
in
Olympics.
the horrifying rift
That's right.
that is American politics. I don't think anybody that stabs someone at a school event should be awarded with their immediate freedom and $500,000.
Yep.
I also don't think a worker should be shouting racial slurs the same way customers.
Fucking duh. Like, obviously not. Like, people have lost their minds on the internet. I think that people are so terminally online that they've completely lost all ability for rational thought.
Shouldn't be shaming her for showing her hair in public, but the internet has become so deeply entrenched in their side, they'll blindly support anything, even if it's a 6-second out of context clip. As I don't support that lady, you pretty much have to have that word already in your vocabulary to suddenly shout it out when provoked. I also believe those customers did
honestly, I don't know if I agree with that. I think there's plenty of people that everybody, like, whenever you think of the word, you probably say it in your own mind. A lot of people, everybody knows what the word is. Like, it's just that it's not polite to say it.
a lot more before recording, as I somehow doubt this was over extra caramel. But with how angry the internet is today, I wouldn't be surprised if both sides got rich over this.
Where do you need me?
Apparently, the other
appreciate my concise, sometimes lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality. Subscribe to Decoy.
Calling someone the N-word should disqualify you from being able to make money. I don't think that there should be any rules on that at all. I don't think that it's really, I mean, if I don't want to see any disqualifiers or anything like that. I think that if people want to get together and raise money for somebody, they should be able to do that. I don't want to try to control that, tell people what to think, try to say, oh, well, you shouldn't say this or anything else. If people want to do that, let them do it. That's fine. And so, yeah, it's that simple. All the mods, yeah, exactly. It's not about the word. I mean, then what is it about, right? I mean, a person, yeah, rappers shouldn't make money, exactly. Like, again, like, it's, I don't want to have, like, a million rules for that. Like, I think it's stupid. Like, it's stupid to do it. But if people want to be stupid, then they can be stupid. Like, I don't see the problem with it, right? And anyway... I hate racists think they're ignorant, but freedom comes at a cost, and racists have a right to be ignorant. That's very fucking true. They certainly do. And unfortunately, a lot of people really, really like using that right, don't they? And why is it only fucking white people that can't say or act a certain way? Well, I don't know. I mean, again, I don't even, like, I think it's pretty obvious that, like, I'm pretty much an equal opportunity person to say that, you know, calling people racial slurs is bad, and then... you know, it's also like not really a huge deal either, right? It's just a word. So, I mean, I think this is the way that a lot of people probably feel, is that it's not a good thing to do, but it's also not the end of the world. And so, yeah, it's pretty reasonable. And anyway, yeah, I did see this. And apparently she's raised over 100. She has raised over 100 and almost 150, almost $150,000 for calling this couple the N-word, which is, really kind of surprising.
Civilian structure complete. How can I be of service?
This is everything that they stole.
Yeah.
And guess what? As we've said before, you can't go any place, anytime that you're not on a camera. So Dick's Sporting Goods knows that they're stealing because they're watching this systematic, organized theft ring called a football team.
Called a football team?
Now, not only did they steal 47 items, not only did they steal 47 items, but ostensibly they may have cost their team the championship and the football game.
Oh, you got to put them in jail for sure.
I don't know if these all were starters or not, but I can tell you that we were finishers.
Wait.
I don't know if these all were starters or not, but I can tell you that we were finishers.
Oh, man. This guy.
We arrested them. We took them to the Juvenile Assessment Center, and we put them in lockup. But I want to introduce you to their coach. His name's Raynon Bynes, B-Y-N-E-S.
Raynon?
So when we notify the coach who is responsible for them,
Raynon,
you would think he would be interested in holding them accountable and responsible. Instead, he goes to the deputies and begs them not to take these young men into custody.
Right, you got to win that game.
Don't arrest them. Drop the charges. Let them go. And then when we said no, then they go to Dick's Sporting Goods, to the manager, and said, "Oh, don't charge them. Don't charge them." They were not taking bubble gum, one piece to chew. They stole over $2,000 worth of products.
Jesus.
Over 47 different products they stole. And then when it was evident that they were going to be arrested, then the coach says, "Don't you guys have anything better to do?" What are all these deputies doing here? Don't you have anything better to do than arrest these kids?
Oh.
Listen, I don't know how you do things in Philadelphia or Pennsylvania, but in Polk County, Florida, we'd lock you up.
You got the full weight of a star base at your disposal.
Man, there we go.
For stealing, for being a thief. So this,
you want to hear it,
is part of a football team.
It was.
This is also the Thoroughbred Thieves, and it's their choice. It's their
Thoroughbred. Bro, he even got it printed out. It says Thoroughbred Thieves.
Choice to go to jail because they Ubered down and were actively ripping off Dick's Sporting Goods. 47 items, I believe they were caught with. So at the end of the day, the message is clear.
What are you doing?
Not just in this Christmas season, but anytime. All of these stores have cameras. And we have relationships with all of these stores. If you come here to Polk County and steal, there's no notices to appear. There's no warnings. You're in handcuffs and taken to the county jail or taken to juvenile lockup.
Oh, my God. This is what I see. Oh, my God. That's how you handle them. Exactly, right? Yeah. Duh. There you go. Right? I mean, obviously, that's the way it should be. It shouldn't be any other way. Yeah, it should not even be any other way.
Period. You don't want to go to jail? You don't want to go to juvenile lockup? Don't steal.
Exactly. People should be accountable for what they do.
We didn't choose to arrest you. You chose to be arrested.
That's right.
And that's the way it is.
You fuck around,
and for the
you're going to
coach,
get it.
You're way off base here, buddy. way off base. You're the ultimate loser. If you'd been coaching these kids upright, if you knew where they were, if you didn't allow them to Uber away, they would have played in a ball game Saturday night. So you have a compare and contrast here. Let me tell you, this is the heroes.
Those are the
this
police
is the
officers?
coach and the team that did it right.
Oh, no way. He's going to show the team that beat them.
And I'm so proud of them. And I'm proud of their 15-0 season.
That's good.
That's a great group of young men there. And this was their opponent Saturday night, absent these 8 guys. Because, you know, it's hard to be on the football field when you're locked up.
You've made a wise acquisition.
So basically, like, my policy on things is this guy. Yeah, it's pretty much just this guy. Yeah, there you go. Like, that's, yep, there you go.
Is there any questions?
Any questions?
Is this type of organized crime, is this something you see a lot this time of year?
Do you know we see theft go up around the Christmas time?
Yeah, we're surprised.
For obvious reasons. There's a lot of people that need product for gifts in small order. I am hugely frustrated with this. The coaching, the supervision wasn't there, or these kids wouldn't have been running wild. These kids knew better. Maybe you steal stuff in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and get away with it. Hey, here's a note to people in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If you hold kids accountable and responsible, and they know if they go in a store and steal, they're going to be held.
They're going to stop doing it because they don't want to fuck their life up. Absolutely. Yep.
Accountable, they don't do it.
That's right.
You didn't see 8 kids from Polk County in a store this weekend stealing, did ya? And there's 850,000 people in this county. Well, and then you have a coach comes down there and tries to beg them out of it. Instead of holding them accountable. It's frustrating. But our crowd.
Why is Rakai different? Serious question. Well, if they had put Rakai in jail for stealing, I'd have said based.
Civilian research complete.
He's not. Like, I'm talking about, like, my personal opinion. Like, I don't think a lot of these guys, here's the thing, right? I don't think that a lot of the guys that are stealing shit out of this, I don't think they're really probably bad people, but you just can't be stealing shit. You can't be stealing shit. So, like, I don't hate them. I don't think they're really bad people. I know, like, I've known people that have told me that they knew other people that have stolen things out of stores before. I know, I've heard of this. Sure. But at the end of the day, like, you can't be doing it.
Time in Polk County is a 53-year low.
Oh.
Asking.
A 53-year low for stealing shit? Damn, that's crazy. I wonder why. I wonder why. That's a mystery. Nobody can understand why. It's a mystery to everybody.
See of crime in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is at a 53-year low.
There's also 2K versus Rakai's $15. Yeah, that's a Poinsettia plant like that's like $7. Like it, not that it's okay to do it, but like, I mean, there's very obviously a scale here. But yeah, and there we go. How could he get these results? He must be lying. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. And you see his reaction to Cutie? Yeah, I saw that. I thought it was pretty funny. And you saw a video Jadion did on the sheriff? No, I didn't see it at all. I've never even heard of it. So anyway, I saw there was one person crying about this. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And where did it go? Yeah, here's this guy, Clarence Hill. Why are they showing names and mugshots of juveniles? See, this guy, let's be honest, right? If you are going and looking at this, and the first thing that you think about is the fact that these kids are 17 or 16, and you're worried about them and not the fact that they're stealing a bunch of shit, you are a retard. You are a retard, and you, if you were in control, everything would be worse. That's it. Maybe they're over 18. Well, maybe if they're not, who cares? Yeah, if you didn't want your photo posted everywhere, you shouldn't have been stealing shit. That's the reality. You shouldn't have been doing it. If you didn't want the bad thing to happen to you, then you shouldn't have done the thing to cause the bad thing to happen to you. That's it. The dude, that's the same logic that the, is that rapist last night? What do you mean? Why are they showing the names? Is the rapist? Oh, that kid. Yeah, you're right about that kid. No, that's a good point. You're absolutely right. They're sent to juvenile detention. They're definitely minors. Well, they're going to, I think they should be minors in multiple ways. I think we need to get them to be breaking big rocks and the little rocks, right? I mean, these are football players, right? These guys are in good shape. What are we doing having them sit around all day just eating cookies and shit? Like, they sitting around all day eating cookies and drinking apple juice over in the fucking correctional facility. Get them out there, give them a hammer, and have them break up some rocks or something. Yeah, like, we gotta do something. Yeah, back to the mines, yeah. Kids love Minecraft. Why don't you put them to work? That's it. And don't do bad. Yeah, if you don't do bad things, if you don't want bad things done to you, exactly. If you can't post to minors, just post a picture of their parents on the news and say their kids are thieves. I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, all I'm saying is I think you should be able to post it. Who cares, right? And if somebody cries about it, then fuck them. But I am very, very, very happy to see this. I am. And oh my God, he talking about how he's gonna lose weight. It didn't even look real. Anyway, I'll read some of the comments and the replies on this because it should be funny. If they were white, they would have been given those items for free. So this guy's got to be trolling, right? But yeah, he got to be trolling. Like, it's funny. Nah, he's joking around. It's a lot of virtue signaling here. No one's here without send. Their kids, give them their kids. Oh, we got a retard alert. Uh-oh, retard alert. Watch out. Here we go. This is the mentality with the pretty, you ever give bad behavior. If you have the money, you get away with bad behavior. But it's gotten to a new extreme now. Yeah, I know. And give them a citation and cut them loose. Oh, no. You don't release the names of minors. Oh, I forgot it's Florida where they literally ban books. I think that we need to treat kids more harshly in the prison and the correctional system. I think we do. I think this entire idea that they're just kids, so we should let them do whatever they want, I think that's ridiculous. I think that if a kid's going out there committing crimes, like if you're doing an adult crime, then you need to be charged as an adult. Right? I mean, like, maybe we need to have smaller prisons so we can have kids in the prison, right? I mean, maybe that's what we're going to have to do. So how are they going to learn? Yeah, exactly. And maybe we should lock their parents up too. That's a good idea. Yeah, lock the parents up at the same time. And it's not simple. Most gang violence is 16-year-olds. Yeah, they have. And the reason why a lot of kids do it is because they can get away with it, man. America's sheriff. Exactly, bro. Like, I love to see this. And I am so fucking happy about this. And then it's on the website too. Wow. Well, there it is. And this is the way I think you handle this, right? This is that 100% you handle this the right way. Prison with mandatory class time? Yeah, exactly. The parent takes it? Yeah, Notches replied to someone on X, the state of female characters in games does not disappoint. Well, I haven't seen it. I'll probably look at it soon. No, don't worry about it. Huge difference in the responsibility that should be expected from natural children to mid to upper teenagers. Exactly, yeah. Like, it's like 9 and 15. This is like a completely different universe, right? Even like 12 and 16 is a totally different universe. Like, whenever you're 16 versus 12, like, you're in two very different places in your life. So I think that really, if you just treat like anybody that's under 18 as if they're all the same, I mean, that's bullshit to me. So certainly be less school shootings if people are held accountable for their actions. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know why your brain isn't fully developed till 25. Well, I mean, you can say that to an extent, right? But like, there's plenty of people that don't have fully developed brains that have realized that they shouldn't be able to steal things out of a store. I mean, you don't need to be a genius to do that. You just have to be fucking awake, right? Looks like MSNBC is pretty much dying, like totally dying.
And it's time for Lefties Losing It.
What is this? And
bad news for MSNBC. Their ratings were already low, but they have plummeted even further in the crucial 25 to 54 age demographic. MSNBC.
They're probably so happy about today's crash out because it means they can justify having their job for
Where do you need
next.
Me? Modular components reconfigured. Civilian
this guy's good.
Complete.
If I fall today, let your song carry me.
I'm probably not going to get another one of her. I'm going to just get rid of that one.
Research complete.
I'm going to bring this guy out too.
Call the shot. The item is ready.
So it's looking like we might have
You got it. This ought to shake things up. Sounds good.
I'm gonna sell her.
Range locked in. How can I be of service? Civilian research complete.
I'm gonna buy this one. Might as well. Yeah, this guy's already level 5. Okay.
Military research complete.
This guy's he's gonna kill my guy.
Civilian research complete.
Bro. Okay, good. Good. Whoa. It's over. It's over. All right, we win. Okay, great.
Commander.
So maybe we do Ionia. I feel like that's probably where things are gonna go. Yes.
Components reconfigured.
Okay, let's do it.
Civilian research
All right,
complete.
so we're gonna move this loser out of here, and then we're gonna put him over here. We're gonna sell this fat bitch, and then we're gonna give him this. And then what does this do again? I probably should go with this. I don't know if I should go with this. Should I go with this or not? What does it say? No, it says I shouldn't go with this. Okay, never mind. Okay, let me sell her. I might keep this guy. Okay, so now we got Ionia 3, and we got this guy too.
Civilian research complete.
Oh, he's got this thing. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Okay. After this, gain 1 experience every kill they get. He got 0 experience.
Wise acquisition.
He's a stupid fucking loser. Okay. I need to get something really good.
Times of war
I have to get something really good right now.
Reporting in.
It's lagging. So we're gonna see if we can get an Ionia character. We're gonna get her.
Times of war are upon
We're gonna get her.
Item complete, Commander. Military research complete.
It's fucking over.
Civilian
It's already
research
fucking
complete.
over. Okay. I should have got the thief's gloves, honestly. I don't know why it does that.
Our fleet is under attack.
Okay. I could go to 5 if I wanted to, but I don't think it's really worth it right now. This guy, Draven, is pretty good. Do we have anything else that he's able to give us? No, we don't. Okay, we're just going to stick with her for now then anyway. And I could bring him in, but I don't think he's really going to add any value. This guy's level 2, so he's pretty good. I don't know really if Draven 1 is going to be better than Gen 2. I have no idea. So, but there's no other synergies, so I'm just going to ignore it. Yeah, I don't have any synergies at all here.
Item complete, Commander.
Good. Come on. Yes.
Military research complete. Time to bid. Place of eye.
It's fucking over, bro. It's so fucking over. Are you kidding me? It's actually fucking over. Okay, let's get this guy. We're gonna get this guy. I don't like her. I think she's a stupid bitch. We're gonna give him this. And I could get another level. Let me... I don't know if I should go for another level or not.
Reporting in.
It's 1 gold.
Next time, pay up.
I'm gonna do it. I did it because I would lose. I get 1 extra gold for winning a match, right? So like I might as well just do it if I'm gonna get the interest from 10 gold anyway.
Commander, one of our enemies has finished a Titan. Where do you need me? Military structure complete. The item is ready.
All right, good. We won that match. If I lost that match, I would have had to kill myself, but it's okay. I'm gonna sell him. I don't need him. He's a cocksucker. All right, next.
Okay. Military structure complete.
Why, thank you.
I didn't. Wait, what the hell is that? Oh, I bought the wrong one. I don't need him, actually.
Military structure complete.
Okay, Warden. I could get a Warden here. I don't. Yeah, that's not very good.
Military structure complete. Defense upgrade complete.
I feel like we should replace Jen at some point kind of soon. I'm debating on replacing him with another tank. I think we're going to replace him with another tank. Because I feel like with two of those Targon characters, they're going to do enough damage on their own. What does this do? The burn and wound? Oh, that's really good. I'm going to get that.
You've made a wise acquisition.
Okay. Oh, I got fucking nothing. That's great. Fuck you. Okay, let's put him over here. Oh, I lose the Ionia buff. Fuck. Okay, I can't do that.
Military structure complete.
Maybe I should get rid of her. What's my damage? I'll just do it. I'll do it. I think, yeah. Your eco is so bad, it doesn't matter.
Upgrade complete.
I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose.
The strength of the coalition. We'll see it done.
Just kill this guy. Kill this guy. I'm gonna win. Nice. Okay. All right. This is really good. This is me. Let me put this on him too.
Strength of the coalition. Item complete,
okay.
Commander.
Okay.
Can I do outs?
2 random item components. I think that's bad.
Civilian research complete.
I feel like that's really good.
Just looking for...
Yeah, I feel like that's really good.
Down, Commander. Shields down. How can I be of service? Civilian research.
Okay, let's do that. And I don't need anything else. And I'll also give him magic resist. What does this give me? That's garbage.
Down, Commander.
I could just take this off later. I'm gonna put it on him for now.
Our shields are down, Commander.
Okay.
Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields
Oh, he's
are
getting
down,
mega
Commander.
dicked.
Our shields are down, Commander. Civilian
Oh my God.
Complete. Our shields are compromised.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Military research
This is good.
complete. Defense
Invoker. Do I want Invoker? I mean, a 2 Invoker would be really good. I don't even have 1. I don't really see myself... Poppy? Poppy can suck a fucking dick.
Your influence is noted. We have a deal.
I hate Poppy.
Your influence is noted. We have a deal.
Item complete, Commander.
The hero likes
Your
me.
influence is noted. We have a deal.
So be
So, I'm just a vendor. I don't want her. I don't want her.
You failed to place a bid.
I could roll again. I feel like I can probably win 2 more rounds, and then I have to like at least partial invest.
Space. Our fleet is under attack. Scouts have found a colonizable planet. Free cremation.
Yes, 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 yes. No! Who is this guy?
Civilian research complete.
Fuck!
Item complete, Commander. We have wiped
I'm
out
not gonna
an
get
enemy
anything good.
colony.
It doesn't matter.
How can I be of service? A new colony has been founded.
I'm gonna get the
Military
purple guy if I
research
can.
complete.
This is so fucking stupid, man. Okay, this is gonna help me. That'll help me.
Civilian research complete.
I don't know if I want to combine those. I don't think I do. I'm gonna. I don't know really what else I should do here.
Research complete. Civilian structure complete. Another structure is in the way.
Slam it. Put items on Zoe. No, she's a stupid bitch. I don't want her.
You've made a wise acquisition.
Okay, I've only lost like 2 rounds, right? And the first one didn't even really matter, so like we should be fine.
Can I do out? Civilian research complete. Military research complete. Item complete, Commander. Civilian research complete.
I don't know how this is happening to me.
You twisted me arm. Done and dusted.
Okay,
Aye.
I'm just gonna get rid of her. I think we need more tanks. I don't know if this is the right decision or not. I really don't. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Can I do out? The strength of the
Hopefully I don't lose again.
How can I be of service?
Okay, this guy's only level 5, so like I've got more guys than he does.
Civilian research complete. Military structure complete.
Okay, good. All right, that guy's fucking garbage. That guy's retarded.
Time to bid. Place am I. Can I do out?
And now we're gonna level to fucking 7.
Civilian research complete. How can I be of service?
Okay, I don't need either one of these guys. See, I just remember. You see how I stopped getting Ionia pieces? This is my life. This is what happens to me. That's why I hate this fucking game.
Civilian research complete. Our fleet is under attack. Military structure complete.
I don't even know what to do now. Look at that fat piece of shit that they gave me. I don't need him. Fuck off my screen.
Military structure complete. Civilian research complete.
Okay. I guess I'll buy that one guy. Wait, who did I buy? Oh, I accidentally bought Jinx. That's fine. Okay, so I didn't get a single Ionia as well. I'm gonna re-roll. Okay, I got this guy. We got Wukong.
Structure complete.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of her. Get a Hiri. I'm gonna replace him with a Hiri. I'm gonna replace him with that. And now we're gonna have Ionia. Wait, what? I thought it was 5. Oh, there we go. Okay, there. All right, perfect. Okay, good. And then we're gonna put both of these on her. And then we're gonna put this on.
Both out. Are you interested?
Put that on him. Then we'll put that on here.
Our shields are down, Commander.
Okay. Get rid of. I'm gonna get rid of that fat shield guy. There's no way I lose. No way I lose now. I can't lose.
Our shields are down, Commander.
See?
Our shields are down,
Okay, good. So this is actually this is very good. I'm gonna actually buy her because I think she's really good. And I'm gonna get rid of. Who do I want to get rid of? I'm gonna get rid of Jen. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay, 8 seconds of. Oh, this is really good. I'm gonna get this. Okay, so we're gonna get this guy. Bilgewater Gunslinger. I don't give a fuck about that bitch. All right, let's get rid of this. And I need him. The most piece that I don't need is Leona right now. I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do like 1 or 2 rolls. Oh wait. Who do I need to get rid of? I'm just gonna get rid of him.
Just looking for a road home.
Civilian research complete.
Fuck.
The item is
Okay, I've got to sell them. Okay, who else am I gonna get rid of? Yeah, so I think he's already level 2 anyway, so it should be fine. I don't know who I want to get rid of here. I think I'm gonna get rid of Jen, realistically. Yeah. I think I'll still win. I think I should have spent more money. Okay. It's fine, doesn't matter. Okay, let's see what we'll do here. I don't know really. I like now I'm kind of like I'm really kind of like I don't know what to do at all. I guess we could get rid of her. Yeah, let's get rid of these. And then we'll add in Shin. Might as well. I don't like
research complete.
I'm very bad at making decisions under pressure, and I don't know what to do anymore. Yeah, I think we're kind of fucked. Yeah, this is bad. Okay, I'm gonna bring this guy in.
Let's just hope this is worth it. Shields down, Commander. What now? Can we still turn the tide
It's okay.
in our favor? Proceeding is ordered, but I don't like this. Shields down, Commander. What now? Shields down, Commander. What now? Shields down, Commander. What now?
I don't know who I want to get. Oh, I get her. I'm gonna get her for sure, right? I want to get her. I want her. I want her. Oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Holy shit, I actually got it. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna replace Jen with her. That's actually massive.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Actually, no. I'm gonna replace.
Commander.
You tried to stop my work.
Where do you need me?
I'm gonna replace this Felios. Yeah, I think it's time.
Our shields are down, Commander. Ready for battle.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just looking for.
You've made a wise.
I'm gonna do 3 rolls. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay. I wonder if I should go to level 8 right now.
Good day, Commander. Comlink
I'm not gonna read chat and get anybody else's insight.
cannon is itching for a target. We'll see it done.
I'm making these decisions for myself, which is why they're wrong.
Military research complete. Good day, Commander.
Okay, so I think we're gonna have to go to level 8. Oh, I should have put Kennen in instead of the other guy. Well, actually, Shin is really good because it gives me that buff. Maybe I should put this guy in instead.
You don't have to tell us
Okay,
twice.
let's go ahead.
The item is ready.
Ooh, I still can't do it. Because I wanted to give them all more health.
Comlink active. Our shields are down, Commander.
Well, maybe reposition them so more people attack this guy.
Our shields are down, Commander. I put the laughter in
Oh, fuck.
slaughter. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Let's make some martyrs. Our shields are down, Commander. Shields down.
Am I gonna win? I think I'm gonna win.
Let the bidding commence.
I won.
What's the plan?
I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Wish us luck.
Great. This is amazing. This is a good day to be me.
This is the Akan battle cruiser. My shields are down.
Okay, I got all garbage.
Peace will help us both out. Are you
And I'm level 8.
Shields down.
I don't really need to be level 8 right now, but the reason why I got it is just so I could get another reroll that's a level 8 reroll.
The Unity
What does Warden do?
Will you accept it?
I don't think I really want this, honestly.
Comlink active. We're falling apart here. Need immediate assistance. Eradicate those filthy rats.
Okay.
Can we still turn the tide in our favor? Proceeding is ordered, but I don't like this. Ready?
I don't need any of these.
Our shields are down, Commander.
And I don't need those guys either. Ooh, Wukongo. Oh, I'm gonna get the yellow one. Big money.
I put the laughter in slaughter.
Okay.
Let's make some martyrs. I put the
I guess I'm gonna get this. Actually, I think this would be a good idea.
military research complete.
And
no bid.
I'm gonna give him this.
Out.
Good day, Commander.
Okay.
Military research complete. The item is
This should be good.
Where do you need me?
Nice.
Let's make some martyrs. I put the laughter in slaughter.
Okay. All right. So
For battle.
next, I'm gonna go with, I guess, another one of these.
Commander, at once.
And I shouldn't have done that actually.
Military research complete.
Okay.
Our shields are down, Commander. What'll it be, me bucko? Where do you need me?
I fight for the dream of Demacia.
Our shields are down, Commander.
Witness the strength.
Our shields are down.
That's gonna be really good. That's gonna be super good for me.
Down, Commander. Ready for battle. Yes, Commander. At once. Our shields are down, Commander.
I feel like I might go to level 9.
Shields are down, Commander. Ready to pack a punch. You don't have to tell us twice. Eradicate
Maybe I replace Jen with this guy.
Our fleet is under attack. Shields down.
Oh, that's really bad.
Compromised. How can I be of service? We'll see it done. We'll
My tanks don't do any fucking damage.
I put the laughter in slaughter.
God fucking
The
damn.
item is ready. Shields down. We'll destroy every last one of them. Let's make some martyrs. Shields down.
Okay. Let me get rid of this. I'm gonna put him in.
Peace will help us both.
And I don't know if this is the right decision or not, but we're gonna just do it anyway.
I put the laughter
I think I'll put these guys up in the front, right? It seems like a smart idea.
filthy rats. Like bringing a gun to a knife fight.
You've made a wise.
I'm just gonna try to roll myself down, honestly.
Shields down.
I don't really know what to do now. Like I'm outside of my. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I didn't realize that. I'm dead.
Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander.
Oh.
Our shields
That's
are
bad.
down, Commander.
That was bad.
Our shields are down, Commander. Our
Yeah.
shields are down, Commander.
Still a W? Yeah, I guess so. And that's really where we at. So, you beat 4 people though? Yeah, not so good. I could have done better, but that's probably one of the best games I've had.
An auction.
You greed too much? Is that's the problem? The problem is that I can't think fast enough for the game. Like that's my biggest weakness is that I literally just can't think fast enough and make decisions fast enough to like keep up with the game, especially like later on. Because you're new? Surely it's because I'm new. And anyway, it's a slow game. Well, I'm even slower. That's the problem. And so, yeah, anyway, I'll be back on tomorrow, and we'll probably do some other shit then. So thank you guys all very much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will be back on tomorrow. All right, boys. Peace. See ya.
So I'm sitting down with Piers Morgan on Thursday to talk about his debate with Nick Fuentes. He made some massive mistakes that are going to work in Nick's favor. This is only going to make him bigger.
So the proportion of the population who carry out mass shootings is actually the same. Black and white.
For white people, the proportion
there is absolutely no way.
Piers, you need to fire your statistician. And this really has nothing to do with how I feel about Nick. This is about looking at the logic objectively and seeing if it tracks, because it doesn't.
And when you're confronted with
what's the
reality,
figure?
you don't like it.
What's the figure? What proportion of white people have committed school shootings? With white people as the denominator and white people that have committed school shootings as the numerator, what's that percentage?
For both black and whites, the proportion of the population who carry out mass shootings generally is about the same.
If 15% of the population is purple and 65% are green, but that 16% of purple are killing people at the same rate as green, that's not a winning statistic.
Remind me again, the percentage of black men who commit murder in America. What was the percentage you gave me?
It's 1 in 20. 1 in 20.
It's 1 in 100.
No, it's 1 in 20.
No. Less than 1 in 100 black U.S. men commit murder. That's
1 in 100?
This is the moment that most people found shocking.
1 in 100 is crazy, though. Yeah.
If that's true, that's crazy. You wonder why Nick is rising? This is your reason.
If 1 out of every 100 committed unallow somebody, that number is too high.
There's some pretty shocking evidence that says that it's far more alarming than you would think.
Okay, but you would accept that the official crime statistics are 1 in 100? Or you wouldn't accept that statistic?
I think the majority of the audience are going to be shocked by either of these figures. Let's go with Pierce's, though. That is still shocking.
I mean, whether it's 1 in 20 or 1 in 100, that's a lot of people, Piers. I mean,
Sure,
this is
a lot of white
problem.
people commit murder too.
Times of war are upon us.
Well, they do, don't they?
Okay, but it's about proportionality. I mean, white people are 65% of the population, blacks are 13%.
Yeah, so white people should commit 65% of the murders in this country, and they don't.
Now, logically, the question would be, okay, if you want to have this conversation, when it comes to white people, 1 in what number of white people commit murder? Apparently, he has a team of researchers speaking into his ear, so they should be able to get this right. I'm not claiming the facts are wrong, but the logic connecting these facts is flawed.
And so as a white person...
How do you feel about mass shootings at school?
They always bring up this when they try to demonize white people. Like, how often does mass shootings happen at schools? Yeah, there's more mass shootings in Chicago and our inner cities and black neighborhoods than... It's not even a comparison. Every weekend.
There are significantly far less mass shootings than non-mass shootings. Muggings gone wrong, street violence, gang shootings. They happen at a different frequency.
There's more mass shootings in Chicago and our inner cities and black neighborhoods than... It's not even a comparison. Every weekend.
How many mass shootings in the last year occurred? How many non-mass shootings occurred? The numbers would be astronomically different.
There's no difference to the victim, but it's a different kind of crime, and it's a different proportion also. Do you know what percentage of white people are school shooters?
Yep.
I know that the vast majority of mass shootings in schools in America this century were perpetrated by young white men.
And also, how are we defining a mass shooting? When does a shooting become technically a mass shooting?
No.
I think the trouble with your statistics is a lot of them don't bear much scrutiny. We have a bunch of fact checkers checking all this in real time.
Fact checkers.
Because you do have a tendency to just come out with a lot of old baloney. And when you say,
Okay.
It's almost more embarrassing that you have a team of fact checkers talking in your ear and you make a mistake like this.
When you're confronted with reality, you don't like it.
What's the figure? What proportion of white people have committed school shootings?
If you're still looking for gift ideas, don't get him something silly. Get him something he will actually like bearskin hoodie. This hoodie is built like a tank. 340 GSM microfleece, 10 pockets with a clean, rugged fit that looks awesome. It zips right into the heavy storm rain jacket to become 100% waterproof when you need it. So when it turns cold, wet, and windy, you're not scrambling last minute. You'll get free US shipping, fast delivery, and you've locked in your winter gear already. It's a win-win. Bearskin is running their biggest deal of the year, 60% off for Christmas with extended returns, plus free US shipping from their Kentucky warehouse. Text the word Warren to 36912 to lock in your 60% off. Again, text Warren to 36912. You'll get a link sent straight to your phone so you can check it out later if you're busy right now. When you buy Bearskin, you are supporting the Fallen Outdoors and the Hope for the Warriors Veterans Program. So you're not just buying cool gear, but you're also backing a cause that's important. This Christmas, don't give them another stocking filler. Get them a Bearskin hoodie.
With white people as the denominator and white people that have committed school shootings as the numerator, what's that percentage?
For both black and whites, the proportion of the population who carry out mass shootings generally is about the same.
You just argued a moment ago that they were almost all white.
I know that the vast majority of mass shootings in schools in America this century were perpetrated by young white men. And I'm
and
just
what proportion
I'm curious.
What proportion?
I'm curious whether your advice would be to people who have kids in these schools.
Is my mic working? What proportion?
Should they avoid white people at school?
If school shootings were occurring at the same rate as regular shootings, then yes.
Yeah, like school shootings. If that happened every week, like it happens in the inner cities,
in every major city, every weekend or every week,
I would tell you to avoid going to school.
Because if you're concerned with Nick Fuentes, you have to come at this logically. You can't play the game like this, or you will lose every time.
If we now have agreed that the vast majority of mass shootings in schools are committed by white people and predominantly young white men, then presumably your advice would be to avoid young white men because they perpetrate these massacres. But it won't be because they're white, right?
So are you playing dumb or are you actually dumb?
Maybe
it's
I'm
about
dumb.
proportionality.
Maybe I'm dumb.
I don't even know why we're talking about school shootings in this conversation. Why don't we focus our attention on all the shootings and then come to our analysis?
When I point out to you that there are many parts of crime in America where actually there's a majority of white people that perpetrate them, you don't care. You don't have...
They should be. There's 60% of the population. Right.
And this is a mistake, and the audience is going to pick up on this.
No one is buying this. Everybody understands per capita, and people can even see what you race ahead and say, well, we're comparing the proportion of white and black school shooters. I said, no, compare the proportion of school shooters that are white versus violent criminals that are black, because that was the basis of the monologue, is that you're very likely, if you encounter black people or a young black man in the city, that you're going to be the victim of a violent crime, of a robbery, a mugging, a car theft, a carjacking, or a murder. That's the difference, and it's about proportionality, and everybody sees past that because we all live in reality. You want to talk about product of your environment? People that live in New York, Chicago, LA, we live in reality. We live in this environment and we see what it's like, and the threat, the danger in terms of probability it's not even comparable.
Based on what we're seeing online, people are picking up on these flaws.
But when you have obviously prefaced all this by saying, I am a racist, unashamedly,
you made him say it.
He's almost laying a trap here that Pierce falls into. Nick makes the claim that he believes everyone is racist. Well, if everyone is X, then yes, I am X. So it's not really the win he thinks it is.
I don't think Nick Fuentes is a racist. He's prejudiced. Yeah. I don't think he's racist.
A racist is a person that discriminates against people because of the color of their skin.
Yeah. A racist is a person, like he doesn't like interracial marriages. He's not forcing other white people not to date interracially or have mixed babies or anything like that. That's just his personal opinion. That's how he's living his life.
Apparently I'm talking to Pierce on Thursday about this debate, so I will go over this with him. There's a chance they'll cancel, hopefully not, because I think this is important to talk about. This has nothing to do with my feelings about Nick Fuentes. This is about looking at the game being played objectively and analyzing the moves and where the mistakes are occurring. What was the outcome? Well, based on what we're seeing online, people are picking up on these flaws.
Douglas Murray, let's get into the BBC, the Trump scandal. It's not isolated, it's not a simple misjudgment, but there are plenty in the UK, including journalist and editor Kevin Maguire, who claim otherwise.
Will you accept it?
Now, I am no defender of Trump, but I'm no defender of lousy, bent journalism either. And I'm sorry, that Panorama documentary was lousy, bent, and dishonest journalism. And we should all be ashamed of it.
Trump was a defender of the Proud Boys and white supremacists.
You're ignoring the facts, Kevin.
You were taking, right? You were taking a 12 to 15 second clip in a full program, program that was broadcast a year ago, and I'm not aware of any big public complaints about it.
Douglas, what's your response to that?
Well, Kevin Maguire in the UK is quite well known as a sort of left-wing blowhard, and what he said there just adds insult to injury. there really is no defending what the BBC has been caught doing. What Maguire does there is add to that offence by claiming that by throwing out other completely untrue smears against President Trump, like him supporting white supremacists. I mean, that's just that's the very fine people hoax. But no, I mean, he and other activists like him will keep spreading their untruths. But the fact is that the BBC has been caught out in a set of really, really disgraceful lies. The most prominent one is this to do with editing President Trump's speech on January the 6th to suggest that he said that he would that the protesters gathered together should engage in violence by fighting. And of course, for all the terrible things that did go on that day, that was not what the president said in his remarks. And Panorama simply spliced two quotes together that gave the very clear impression that President Trump was indeed urging supporters to go and fight. But that's not the only thing. This is such a huge download of errors by the BBC that there are other things that have got lost in it. One of them is the BBC's proven serial lies about Israel during the Israel-Hamas war. The unbelievable way in which BBC Arabic, which frankly should just be canned, it should be shuttered. The BBC has no control over it. Just welcomes all these terrorist supporters all the time and gives their anti-Israel views. And then, of course, there's the stuff on the trans issue as well. This is a really disgraceful moment for the BBC, and it's even more disgraceful that anyone would try to hide it.
Good day, Commander.
Well, yeah, you're 100% right there. The BBC's institutional bias goes well beyond Donald Trump, goes beyond Nigel Farage and their coverage of the Middle East. Even a documentary about Bill Cosby a couple of years ago displays just how lost the BBC is. Watch some of the nonsense they aired.
Good day,
if we actually grappled with the fact that sex negativity is what causes this type of behavior, then we could create a world where in a idyllically sex-positive world, someone is able to pay conscious women to come and be drugged so that I can get my kink out, my fetish on having sex with unconscious people. There's a consensual way to do that.
Well, there you go, a therapist promoting an idyllically sex-positive world where men can just fulfill their fetishes by having sex with unconscious people. I mean, what am I even hearing, Douglas?
Not just what are you hearing, what are you seeing?
Good day,
I don't know
it's
women talking about sex positivity in any way. No, I mean, and look, this is the BBC is just so fantastically lost. By the way, there's a very clear reason for it. I'm not an enemy of the BBC. I'm a critic of it. I would like to see the BBC doing what it has boasted that it's doing, which it hasn't done for years, but which it has done at times in the past, which is to provide genuinely impartial journalism and a place where people can agree that there is a sort of non-biased, fact-based channel with all of its subsidiary channels, which you can go to get a trusted news source. And, you know, it's just so characteristic of the BBC and certain other media in this age. They set up all these things like BBC Verify to try to prove fake news in other media and on social media and so on. But they're pumping out fake news themselves, as the events of the last few days have shown. I mean, it's just completely unacceptable that an allegedly non-biased platform would be shown to have extreme bias in so many cases. And the point about that needs to come out is, as Lord Moore, Charles Moore, pointed out the other day, that the bias in the BBC always goes in one direction.
Peace will help us both out. Are you interested?
It's never like accidentally biased in favor of Nigel Farage. It's never accidentally biased against illegal migrants. It's never accidentally biased in favor of biological reality. No. It's always the same metropolitan left-wing tropes, the anti-Israelism, the anti-Trumpism, and so on. And it's because these journalists at the BBC, which used to be, I stress again, it used to be a real bastion where there were serious reporters, fact-checkers, editors, presenters, and much more. It's a place which represents one particular viewpoint, and they have the right to do that if they want to become a privately owned company and not take a tax from every household in the UK that owns a television in order to push this as being mainstream. It's so well documented now, this one-directional bias. And I hope that what we've seen with the resignation of Director General and the head of news isn't thought to be just the solution to the problem. It isn't. The problem is institutional in the BBC. Until it is a safe space for conservative-minded journalists and others to discuss openly in editorial meetings and elsewhere the sorts of things that they should be covering, then it has no right to claim impartiality.
You don't have to tell us twice. Good day,
Well, it has a
Commander.
huge number of staff, a huge number of journalists, producers. How many of them are conservative? How many of the ones who have programs, who are hosts, who are anchors on radio, on television, are conservatives? It's very easy just to determine the bias there. And as you said, they're taxpayer funded, so they have a charter, they're obliged to be balanced. And when it comes to biological reality, as you mentioned, the trans issue, Douglas, they're not much better there either, are they?
Item complete, Commander.
No, I mean, it's on all of these issues. You know, recently one of the newscasters got into some trouble because she had to read out a line about birthing people, and she sort of said women, you know, and slightly rolled her eyes and got into trouble for that. You know, it all goes back to that thing you just mentioned, Rita. How many non-left-wing liberals are in the BBC? I don't actually know now if there are any. Some 20 years ago, I knew some. I used to get together with some of them socially out of hours. I used to joke to them that the small group of conservatives in the BBC, and we used to meet in a pub or a bar and talk about things. They used to joke that they behaved 1950s homosexuals. You know, they had to have a sort of secret code and you know, hope that no one at work could guess their dirty little secret and so on. That's just appalling. You know, at least 50% of the country have no representation in the editorial process of presenting and much more. And again, you can tell the one-directional bias from the fact that when BBC presenters and others leave, like there's a group of them who used to be at Newsnight, they left and set up their own sort of podcast. What is the thing they do once the guardrails of the pretense of impartiality are off? They're all campaigning anti-Trump, anti-conservative, anti-Tory, left-wing activists. It's always like that. When they leave the BBC, the thin veneer that they had whilst they were at it completely disappears. And I'm afraid that's still going on. You have presenters like Nick Robinson, a well-known leftist, and doesn't really manage to hide it on air. Extremely disagreeable to any conservative he's interviewing. People like Nick Robinson are trying to cover this up even now by pretending there's sort of no problem here, really. So I don't see any sign the BBC is actually going to report.
You know what, one of the things I love about social media, particularly X or Twitter as it used to be called, is the way it has removed that veneer, because you have these individuals on social media putting out their opinions, and then you can see why they report the way they do. And it's one thing to be in the opinion game like you and I are and state our opinions, but when you're supposed to be a news reporter and completely impartial, it's a different thing. And I just want to play you a little clip about how the BBC covers trans issues.
Now, transgender woman's milk is just as good for babies as breast milk. That's according to a letter from the medical director at University Hospital Sussex NHS Foundation Trust. The claim was made as part of a response against campaign groups. The trust referred to studies and the World Health Organization guidance, including one case which found what it called no observable effects in babies fed by induced lactation.
Well, there you go, Douglas. I don't know, maybe you can take a cocktail of drugs and start lactating and feeding a child, and it'll just be just as good as mother's milk. I mean, really, the institutional bias is not just how they present a story and how they frame it, but also it's often with the guest selection and the story selection itself.
Help us both out. Are you interested?
Yes, I mean, in that case, I'm not going to take you up on your offer of that cocktail, if you don't mind, Rita. I prefer a straight-up martini myself. But no, that's an absolute classic one, isn't it? How could whatever the secretion is that comes out of somebody trying to change the pretense of biological sex, how could whatever cocktail it is that comes out that will be pumped full of the hormones that the person in question is taking, how could that possibly be as good as mother's milk? This is the sort of thing which the BBC will push as part of the trans extremist agenda. And they don't have to. You know, they could have taken a completely reasonable view the whole way along, like some of us did, which is things like, you know, let's look into this a bit more, because it seems to be, you know, that there's an awful lot to look into here, and let's not make up facts. But they want to, because they want to push a particular agenda. And as I say, it's all in one direction, repeatedly. It's never the gender woo-woo critical thing it falls into the direction of.
You got the full weight of a
it's all this kind of, you know, and I'm amazed that she didn't end up saying or claiming that actually trans lady estrogen testosterone milk is actually best, and we should all gulp it down all day long, otherwise we're bigots. I mean, it's so preposterous, and everyone can see through it. And this should have had a big halt to it a long time ago. And by the way, just one other thing on that, Rita, you mentioned the guests. Absolutely the case. As anyone can see, the last time I was on the BBC, I was invited on Newsnight, and the presenter did what he always does with anyone who's not a card-carrying socialist, and he basically treats anyone of our views as a convict awaiting sentence. They treat you like you're a criminal in the dock, and they've already decided you're guilty. And then meantime they'll get some radical left-wing lawyer, you know, who represents, you know, the most disgraceful and disgusting people in society, and they'll present them as, you know, like human rights champion and all that sort of thing. It's really transparent, and it's really despicable for a broadcaster that pretends to have impartiality.
Now, before you go, Remembrance Day was yesterday, and this clip of a 100-year-old World War II veteran, Alec Penstone, on Good Morning Britain went viral in recent days. Have a quick look.
What does Remembrance Sunday mean for you? What is your message?
My message is, I can see in my mind's eye rows and rows of white stones of all the hundreds of my friends and everybody else that gave their lives for what? The country of today. No, I'm sorry. The sacrifice wasn't worth the result that it is now.
That's just so terribly sad, Douglas, that someone who sacrificed so much for Britain is so dismayed by what it has become.
It was heartbreaking, Rita, seeing that. I don't know exactly, of course, what he was referring to, but I think we can all make some guesses. It's heartbreaking that he
was talking also about a little bit about the lack of freedom in Britain. He mentioned freedom, and I thought that was interesting that he's noting what is happening in modern Britain.
Absolutely. I mean, unfortunately, the British people now live in a country, as you and I have discussed before, where the police will not bother to come and investigate a home robbery. But they turn up at thousands of households every year, arresting people, putting people in handcuffs, charging people for things they've said on Twitter that go against the perceived narrative, the acceptable narrative, the BBC narrative, and much more. And you know, I don't think that does mean that the sacrifices of our forebears were in vain. But my goodness, it's sad to see that interview, and my goodness, it's sad to see what Britain has become in recent years. And just look at the fall off. Just look at the fall off in political leadership from the people who led Great Britain in the 19th. From all parties, by the way. Consider an Attlee or a Churchill against what we have today. And yes, it's a very sad fall-off. I was deeply sad when I saw that interview. But I hope that people watching it who have the same response we have are reminded by it that actually we have a great inheritance we need to sustain and not to just continue wrecking.
Will you accept it?
Douglas Murray, thank you so much for your time.
Commander. Can I
Thank
do
you.
outs? Our shields are down, Commander. You got the full weight of a star base at your disposal. One of our enemies has finished the
Joining me now is best-selling author Douglas Murray. His latest book on democracies and death cults, Israel and the Future of Civilization, has hit the shelves. Get yourselves a copy. Douglas, we had some extraordinary scenes today in the Oval Office where President Donald Trump, in front of the media, sought to shame the South African president with the ugly truth of the anti-white, anti-Boer racism and violence in his
Peace will help us both out. Are you interested? Shields down. Done and dusted. Reporting in. Entering phase space. Shields down. Entering phase space.
Let the bidding commence.
Shields down. Shields down. Peace will help us both out. Are you interested? Comlink active. Yes, Commander, at once. Easily done.
No bid. You missed out.
Can I do outs? Where do you need me? Shields down. Ready for battle. That's more like it.
You've made a wise acquisition.
Shields down. You got the full weight of a star base at your disposal. We'll see it done. Entering phase space. Aye. Reporting in. Shields down. Done and dusted. Hostile forces have arrived. How can I be of service? Shields Shields down. Where do you need me? So be it. Entering phase space. Our planet is under siege. Shields down. Entering phase space. Shields down. Shields down. Can I do out? Reporting in. The strength of the coalition. We've lost contact with one of our planets. We'll see it done. Item complete, Commander. All right, you twisted me arm. How? They're through our armor. Entering phase space. Our fleet is under attack. So be it. Eradicate those filthy rats. Within crippled. The item is ready. Like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Shields down. Free cremation. Time to bring the thunder. They're cruising for a bruising. Our shields are down, Commander. You don't have to tell us twice. Free cremation.
We are entertaining offers.
We're going down. Time to bring the thunder. Shields down. So be it.
The Unity offers peace. Will you accept it?
Shields down. The strength of the coalition. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. The item is ready. Our shields are down, Commander. Peace will help us both out. Are you interested? Shields down. We'll destroy every last one of them.
You opted out of bidding.
No armor! I put the laughter in slaughter. We'll see it done. We're falling apart here. Need immediate assistance. Let's make some martyrs. We're wide open. Armor's been breached. Eradicate those filthy rats. God, we're going down. No armor. Eradicate those filthy rats. Repairs needed. We're crippled. We're falling apart here. Need immediate assistance. Peace will help us both out. Are you interested? Shields down. God, we're going down! Let's see if we can scrape our way out of this. Comlink active. The item is ready. Reporting in, and it doesn't look good. Shields down. No armor! Times of war are upon us. Our shields are down, Commander. Times of war are upon us. Shields down.
You've made a wise acquisition.
Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Where do you need me? Shields down! They're cruising for a bruising. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are compromised.
Peace will help us both out. Are you interested?
Our shields are down, Commander. Shields down! How can I be of service? Our shields are down, Commander. Free cremation! Shields down. Reporting in. Ahead slow. The item is ready. Where do you need me? They're cruising for a bruising. How can I be of service? Shields down. Where do you need me? Shields down. We're in a tough spot. How can I help? So be it. Our shields are down, Commander. I put the laughter in slaughter. Eradicate those filthy rats. I put the laughter in slaughter. Our shields are down, Commander. Eradicate those filthy rats. Our shields are down, Commander. No armor! Our shields are down, Commander.
One of our enemies has finished a Titan.
We're falling apart here. Need immediate assistance. Shields down. Can we still turn the tide in our favor? Our shields are down, Commander. We're going down!
Our fleet has arrived at a phase jump inhibitor and is now trapped.
We're falling apart here. Need immediate assistance. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Code Red, we're going down! Item complete, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Time to bring the thunder. Shields down. You don't have to tell us twice. Next time, place a bid. So be it. Times of war are upon us. Shields down! Shields down. Times of war are upon us. Shields down. Entering phase space. Item complete, Commander.
Our fleet has arrived at a phase jump inhibitor and is now trapped. Our fleet is under attack.
Our shields are down, Commander. Shields down. I put the laughter in slaughter. We'll destroy every last one of them. The item is ready.
You've made a wise acquisition.
Ready for battle. Our shields are down, Commander. Shields down.
The Unity offers peace. Will you accept it?
Comlink active.
We have wiped out an enemy colony. Military research complete.
You don't have to tell us twice. Shields down. Item complete, Commander. We'll see it done. You don't have to tell us twice. Shields down.
Peace will help us both out. Are you interested?
So be it.
Peace will help us both out. Are you interested?
Entering phase space. Shields down.
Our fleet is under attack.
I don't like our odds, but we gotta try. This could put a target on our heads. Shields down, Commander. What now? Shields down, Commander. What now? Shields down, Commander. What now? I don't know about this. Let's just hope this is worth it. This could put a target on our heads. Shields down, Commander. What now? Let's hope they underestimate us. I don't like our odds, but we gotta try. Shields down. The item is ready. This could put a target on our heads. Let's just hope this is worth it. Shields down, Commander. What now? 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 Shields down. Brace for impact. Shields down, Commander. What now? Prepared to engage, but we might need some backup. No armor! This won't be so easy. Shields down, Commander! What now? This won't be so easy. What's the plan? We'll need to act fast. Shields down, Commander! What now? Shields down, Commander! What now? Item complete, Commander. Shields down.
Peace will help us both out. Are you interested?
Shields down, Commander! What now? Let's hope they underestimate us. Shields down. Good day, Commander. You don't have to tell us twice.
One of our enemies has finished a Titan.
Shields down.
All packed up and ready to go. One of our enemies has finished a Titan.
Let the bidding commence.
Entering phase space. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. We'll see it done. Your orders. Good day, Commander.
No bid. You missed out.
Shields down. Item complete, Commander.
You've made a wise acquisition.
Shields down. You don't have to tell us twice. So be it. Entering phase space. Shields down.
Our fleet is under attack.
You don't have to tell us twice. I put the laughter in slaughter. Eradicate those filthy rats. Shields down. Let's make some martyrs. Our shields are down, Commander. 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 Our shields are down, Commander.
One of our enemies has finished a Titan.
Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Good day, Commander. Shields down! Our shields are down, Commander. 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 Shields down. Item complete, Commander. Eradicate those filthy rats. Shields down. We'll destroy every last one of them. Eradicate those filthy rats. We'll destroy every last one of them. Shields down.
Our shields are compromised.
The Unity offers peace. Will you accept it?
Eradicate those filthy rats. We'll see it done. Shields down. They're cruising for a bruising. Time to bring the thunder. You don't have to tell us twice. They're cruising for a bruising. Like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Our shields are down, Commander. They're cruising for a bruising. Free cremation. Our shields are down, Commander. Like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Our shields are down, Commander.
Peace will help us both out. Are you interested?
Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Time to bring the thunder. Shields down.
Peace will help us both out. Are you interested?
Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Free cremation. Our shields are down, Commander. Shields down. Our shields are down, Commander. 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 Shields down.
We are entertaining offers.
They're cruising for a bruising. Our shields are down, Commander.
Our shields are compromised.
Item complete, Commander. Good day, Commander. We'll see it done. Shields down. Like bringing a gun to a knife fight. So be it. They're cruising for a bruising.
Peace will help us both out. Are you interested?
Like bringing a gun to a knife fight.
You opted out of bidding.
Our shields are down, Commander.
You've made a wise acquisition.
Our shields are down, Commander. Comlink active. Our shields are down, Commander. We're wide open! Armor's been breached! Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. How can I be of service? Yes, Commander, at once. Where do you need me? A sound plan. Repairs needed! We're crippled! Our shields are down, Commander. Ready for battle. Our shields are down, Commander. Free cremation! Shields down. We'll see it done. The item is complete. So be it. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. They're cruising for a bruising. Shields down. Our shields are down, Commander. Comlink active. Easily done. Our shields are down, Commander. Ready to pack a punch. So be it. Our shields are down, Commander. We'll see it done. Shields down. My staff is ready for war, Commander. Adjusting loadout response. Good day, Commander. This is the Akan battlecruiser. My shields are down. Shields down. Shields down. Ready for battle. Free cremation. Like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Shields down. Time to bring the thunder. Our shields are down, Commander. They're cruising for a bruising. Our shields are down, Commander.
One of our enemies has finished a Titan.
Our shields are down, Commander. Shields down. Our shields are down, Commander.
Our fleet is under attack.
Our shields are down, Commander. Free cremation! Shields down. Our shields are down, Commander. They're cruising for a bruising. Our shields are down, Commander.
One of our enemies has finished a Titan.
Our shields are down, Commander. We'll see it done. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. You ready to deal some damage? Comlink active. How can I be of service? Our shields are down, Commander. Shields down. Ahead slow. Shields down. Shields down. Our shields are down, Commander. A sound plan. Our shields are down, Commander. We're underway. A sound plan. All hands, prepare for phase jump. Done and dusted. Good day, Commander. Shields down! How can I be of service?
The Unity offers peace. Will you accept it?
Shields down. Our shields are down, Commander. Ahead slow. Our shields are down, Commander. Comlink active. Our shields are down, Commander. Free cremation. Shields down.
One of our enemies has finished a Titan.
Our shields are down, Commander. We'll see it done. You don't have to tell us twice. Our shields are down, Commander. Reporting in. Our shields are down, Commander. We're underway. Our shields are down, Commander. Shields down. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander.
Peace will help us both out. Are you interested? Peace will help us both out. Are you interested?
Our shields are down, Commander.
Time to bid. Place 'em high.
Our shields are down, Commander.
Ahead slow.
Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Comlink active.
Like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Free cremation.
Shields down. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander.
Shields down. Shields down.
Another faction has claimed the metal market.
Let this be a lesson. Next time, pay up.
A sound plan. We're underway.
Shields down.
Ready for battle.
Time to bring the thunder.
Reporting in. Ahead slow. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. A sound plan. We're underway. Comlink active. Our shields are down, Commander. Ready for battle.
Peace will help us both out. Are you interested?
Our shields are down, Commander.
You've made a wise acquisition.
Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Good day, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander.
Like bringing a gun to a knife fight.
Where do you need me? Ahead slow. A sound plan. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. We're underway. Our shields are down, Commander.
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
Our shields are down, Commander. Ahead slow. Our shields are down, Commander. Shields down! Our shields are down, Commander.
One of our enemies has finished a Titan.
Shields down!
Shields down.
Our shields are down, Commander. A sound plan. We're underway. Ahead slow. Our shields are compromised. We're underway. Our shields are down, Commander. A sound plan. Good day, Commander.
Time to bring the thunder.
Our shields are down, Commander. How can I be of service? We're underway. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Ahead slow.
Hostile forces have arrived.
Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Comlink active.
So be it.
Our shields are down, Commander. 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 Our shields are down, Commander.
Our cannon is itching for a target.
Our planet is under siege.
Our shields are down, Commander.
We'll see it done.
Our shields are down, Commander.
Our fleet is under attack.
Entering phase space.
Good day, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander.
You don't have to tell us twice.
Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander.
Shields down.
Comlink active.
Entering phase space.
Our shields are down, Commander.
Our fleet has arrived at a phase jump inhibitor and is now trapped.
Let the bidding commence.
Like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Shields down. They're cruising for a bruising.
Our fleet is under attack.
Our shields are down, Commander.
We've lost contact with one of our planets.
Shields down. Free cremation. Shields down.
No bid. You missed out.
How? They're through our armor. You got the full weight of a starbase at your disposal. Ready for battle.
The Unity offers peace. Will you accept it?
We'll see it done.
We have wiped out an enemy colony.
You don't have to tell us twice. Shields down. We've been crippled. So be it.
One of our enemies has finished a Titan.
We'll see it done. Shields down.
We have wiped out an enemy colony.
Good day, Commander.
It's time to take the fight back to the enemy.
You don't have to tell us twice. Aye. Comlink active. Shields down.
Peace will help us both out. Are you interested?
Entering phase space.
Our fleet is under attack.
You've made a wise acquisition.
Shields down. You got the full weight of a starbase at your disposal.
Peace will help us both out. Are you interested?
Ready for battle.
One of our enemies has finished a Titan.
Where do you need me? We're underway.
We have wiped out an enemy colony. A new colony has been founded.
Good day, Commander. That's more like it. How can I be of service? We'll see it done. Shields down. Comlink active. Entering phase space. Shields down.
Peace will help us both out. Are you interested?
Shields down.
You ready to deal some damage?
Comlink active. Our cannon is itching for a target. Time to bring the thunder. Shields down.
An auction is underway.
Our fleet is under attack.
So be it. Good day, Commander. Ready to pack a punch. Comlink active. entering phase space. Like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Shields down. Eradicate those filthy rats.
You failed to place a bid.
You don't have to tell us twice. We'll destroy every last one of them.
You ready to deal some damage? Full speed.
Shields down. Comlink active. I put the laughter in slaughter.
Our fleet is under attack.
Eradicate those filthy rats. Our shields are down, Commander. I put the laughter in slaughter. Free cremation. They're cruising for a bruising. Our shields are down, Commander. Like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Shields down. They're cruising for a bruising. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Our shields are down, Commander. Shields down. Time to bring the thunder. Shields down! Free cremation. They're cruising for a bruising. We'll see it done. Like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Shields down.
Time to clear the sector?
Shields down. Ready for battle. So be it. We'll see it done. Our shields are down, Commander.
You've made a wise acquisition.
The Unity offers peace. Will you accept it?